the Lord, church. How y'all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good evening to everyone. Happy Tuesday. Tuesday. What's going on? How y'all doing? Come on up in here. Hit that like button, y'all. Hope everybody's doing well. Let's get your comments up and going. My apologies for having to delay and reschedule. So, if you guys have not noticed, I had to reschedule the expose to Friday because I need time to read over the information sent to us by No Reply. It's fantastic research skills. Shout out to my mods. I have the best mods on YouTube. Never let anybody tell you anything any differently. And so there's some information I need to read over so I can be able to present it in a way where it makes sense and is cohesive. And No Reply is awesome in his research skills. But my work week, it is very heavy. I still have a regular 9 to 5. So in order to do my due diligence, and to present this fairly and to do it right, I pushed it back to Friday evening so that it'll give me the rest of the week to kind of read over the things that No Reply is sending to me so that I can make sure it makes sense. And then put it together in a nice little presentation because I'm incorporating the federal lawsuit in the state of Florida into that. And I need to be able to explain that to where everybody understands what's going on and not have it overly complicated. Okay. So I did reach out to him. Shout out to No Reply. I have not been able to see if he responded yet, but I did ask him, is it okay? I just want to push it to Friday and be prepared. And then Saturday, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, Eydie Marie, a.k.a. Candyland Biker Babe 7000 will be with us in the LLC. Tell her I would love to do an interview of this Candy Lane Biker Babes 7K. I think it's so iconic. It is so hilarious and just original. I love it. So you guys see we have a little conglomerate mashup that we're going to do for the evening because work has been insane. All right. It's just been insane. And there are a few videos I did want to go over. And then we're going to conclude it with Eydie Marie did a compilation of all of her Candy Lane Biker Babes skits. And I promise you all, we've seen it before. You got to see it. For those who have not seen it, you will be in for a treat and your stomach will be hurting, but at least you'll sleep good tonight because you're going to laugh your behind off from start to finish. Oh, man. So how's everybody doing? Y'all ready to get started? Because we're going to get this thing started. Let's get this party started. Shout out to all of the mods up in here, the members, supporters, all the Luxters. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm ready. I'm ready to get this going. And then I have a separate live for this evening. And then tomorrow we're going to do the watch party for Fax Me. Y'all, how did I miss this video? This is what Fax Me. Okay. And y'all know Fax Me. He did a Time magazine photo that Trump tweeted out and it went viral. So we got to give him credit where it's due. He is absolutely hilarious. And I still need to get the response from him to iron out our collab. I did tell him Saturday evening or Sunday. So we're just trying to get that figured out. And then that announcement will be scheduled. It'll be posted up. But you guys see, we are scheduled for Saturday, 12 noon with Eydie. Oh, Eydie. I love you, honey. She has no idea what she's done with this character, but it is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Let's see here. Okay, let's get going. So we're going to kick this off with a little fun, all right? And then we got a couple clips to go through. Graham Allen did a new video. I saw Scientology in the background of his thumbnail, and I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, in case y'all didn't know, we have many segments, and I'll talk about the other topics here in the LLC. And one of the things that I do discuss is Scientology. and we have Scientology Sundays, where we cover, you know, main events going on, such as Aaron, of course, getting out of jail. He had a charge from Scientology for battery, and they had him locked up. I can't believe it. The judge was absolutely improper. I, put it in the title of the video for Sunday. They need to report that judge to the JQC. So we talk about other things. And of course, Candace has been linked to Scientology through John Mappin. Does that make sense? So her ties to him kind of has people, wondering like, okay, what's really going on? All the things that she said and done. And she has this close connection to John Mappin. Seems like he's more so looking out for her, protecting her. Because I'm like, you talking about Scientology does not want to take over. Yeah, they do. They're trying to take over Clearwater. So Graham Allen, and I know Gary with Paramount Tactical have touched on the subject about Candace and her connection to Scientology. I saw this thumbnail and I saved the video because this has been a hot topic. So we're going to check that out. And then Nick Brooks, of course, is a California attorney, and he has gone over the Brian Harper lawsuit. We're not going to watch the whole videos. We're just going to watch his little summary of it because I do want to hear his perspective. PBD doing some dumb stuff. Child, it's like, what do people want? Like, what do they want with Erica Kirk? They could just leave her alone. It's too much like right. And then, of course, more people need to be talking about George because he's something else. And then we're going to end it with some Eydie Marie and get a good laugh in. Oh, man. Y'all ready? So we're going to get this started. Let's get this up. And when you all can see in here, hit the 4. Let's get to it.
Saw him being white and he had money. I knew he'd never love a grifter like me. My grift was going strong, fake and gay and wrong. And I could tell it wouldn't be long till I made money. Yeah, me. And I could tell it wouldn't be long till I made money. Yeah, me. Singing I love Adderall. And another script from the doctor, baby. I love Adderall. So come and take your time and lie with me. 7 months in, more lies. I have no shame. Facts don't matter, I said. I'll never debate. I said I'm gonna use
wait a minute. Facts me, how you making her look cool? You kidding me? This song is so good. You kidding me? I love Adderall. Yeah, it's almost like a mantra of some sort. And you hear songs like that, people start automatically singing it. Oh my goodness. I love Adderall.
Facts don't matter, I said. I'll never debate. I said I'm gonna use your name so I can garner fame. And next I'm moving on from this story. Fake and gay. I'm moving on actually from little Georgie. Yeah, he's gay. I love Adderall. Con another script from the doctor, baby. I love Adderall. So come and take your time and lie with me. I love Adderall. Con another script from the doctor, baby. I love Adderall. I stalk white guys because they got money.
So apparently Alex Jones is...
Shout out to Facts Me. Oh, Steven. Well done, Facts Me. Well done, sir. Oh, that's so good. I love his musical clips. Oh, man. He said, George is gay. Candace, I told you, you dumb alien. George is in the closet. He needs to come out and be done with this. Is that why he has a black eye, Candace? He actually thought you were a guy. Oh, Candace, kick rocks. What's going on, y'all? Oh, let me get y'all comments in here. Ooh, child. I was trying to speak to some of you all. Francisca up in here. Shout out to my moms, you all. I appreciate you all allowing me to push back the time a little bit. Tiara up in here. How you doing, honey? Glow Flow said, what does it start? Oh, we in it now. Oh, Willie Thomas. Ciao. Welcome, Willie Thomas. How you doing, honey? Are you all right? Happy Tuesday. Bless your heart. All right. Mindy up in here. Shout out to you, Mindy. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, man. Long Slinger. How you doing? What's going on? CC up in here. I appreciate you all so much for tuning in. You could be listening to any and everybody else, but you guys choose to hang out with me, and I am honored to have you all here with us. Ex-Samurai, how you been? You doing all right? Uh-oh, somebody is a minor. Should you be telling us how old you are? Don't tell us how old you are, honey. You got to give your mama's phone back. Go get your homework done. Get your homework done, okay? Go do your homework. I know you got homework. Oh, child. Yeah, the kids up in here. All right. What can I say? Waffles Bacon. Oh, that's a good profile name, honey. Now I want Waffle House. He is protecting her. Yeah, he is. C-Star up in here. Sherry Francis, how you doing? We see some new people up in here. Welcome, 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 one and all. Adam, I got your email and your thumbnail. Rick Jackson. I thought that said Rick James. I was about to get my Rick James persona on. Enjoy yourself. This is funny. Oh, that is Faxby's actual voice. Oh, he's very talented. He plays instruments. I discovered that watching one of his videos that he can play the guitar. Did y'all know that? Oh, man. All right, y'all. Let's get going. Let's get going. Oh, Aryan Blitzkrieg. What is wrong with you? Aryan Blitzkrieg. You come back for more, honey. To all the candy ass cult members, you enter my chat at your own peril. You understand? Just as long as we understand that. Hey Noah, how you doing? What's going on? Oh, Rick James. Susie Q, how you doing? Alex Jones should be in prison. Yeah, okay. I agree with that one. See? There you go. Nicholas, how you doing? What's going on? What's going on? Oh, child. Y'all good? Let's go. So this is let's see here. Oh, Blitzkrieg he'll be all right. She'll be all right. This is she. So this is from Osmond Gold Clips, and he covered Alex Jones' last episode. Like he just, it's like a 3-minute video. I thought he was already off the air. I didn't know he still had a show going. So this is new for me. I have not seen this. So I wanted to check this out. He claimed that he was going to go in on Candace and then ended up taking her side. And now he has, he's getting off the air. It's funny how that happens, huh? So I don't know if this is a retirement or they told him you got to go. Goodbye. What's happening? But let's find out. Shout out to Osmond Gold Clips. Make sure you guys go check him out. I think he's a huge content creator. Yeah, he's a huge content creator. He has 1.75 mil supporters over there. But make sure you go check him out. Shout out to him for putting this video together. Let's go.
Is signing off from the InfoWars studio.
Just for context, Alex Jones right now has to pay almost $1 billion in damages after his Sandy Hook defamation case.
Hey,
and so he had to sell all of his InfoWars brand, which apparently has now been acquired by The Onion for millions.
Look at this.
I never bluff, folks. If you knew what we had, the whistleblowers, the documents, we have royal flushes. They are screwed to the moon. We are committed, and if God stands with us, who can stand against us? And that's how I close out. What a crew. The hell we've been through has only made us stronger. Let me ask you, would you have any other way? No. Are you not stronger now in this fight? Yeah! I salute this crew and all the viewers and listeners to this fight. God bless you all. That's it. The next phase starts. The real war begins now.
Oh boy, the real war begins now. So anyway, apparently the Onion bought InfoWars, and this is how they introduced the new InfoWars that they have taken over.
But I'm going to sip from the blood of the Forsaken. This is real human blood. You can find this at the InfoWars store.
God.
This is human blood curated from the Forsaken and the sinners.
Yo, look at the InfoWars symbol over there. Oh my God. Is this for real? Is this for real? Are they joking? Hi, Peter. Yo, is it for real? Candace buried him directly after his tried to buy TPUSA. Child, how you doing, Laura? Shout out to my moms, y'all. Oh, Laura, it's been a minute, honey. You okay? Greetings from London. Oh, Peter, I gotta brush up on my British accent, honey. I'm gonna do it. One day I'm gonna just clean it up. And then start and do a whole show in my accent. How am I doing so far? Is it good? No. Probably like, no, lady. Oh, man. Yo, okay. Rainbow. Y'all see this? I thought my eyes were deceiving me. Let me put my glasses on. Where my glasses at? What the hell? What's this guy name? The Onion. Yeah, is this for real? So he got the rainbow side. Listen, I'm not even tripping on that. I'm just shocked. The Onion? Who are they mocking it or what? They were bought out. What the heck? Synthetic anima. Count Dankula. What's it? Count Dankula. Oh, okay, Dank.
Apparently the Onion bought InfoWars, and this is how they introduced the new InfoWars that they have taken over.
But I'm going to sip from the blood of the Forsaken. This is real human blood. You can find this at the InfoWars store. This is human blood curated from the Forsaken and the sinners. All right, this is pure premium blood, tested, FDA unapproved. And this is just human blood. As part of my satanic ritual, I am a servant to Satan. And thank God I was able to get him and the Lord to sit down.
Oh, no.
This really isn't very good. This is really bad.
Come to their senses and get things back to before Satan was cast into hell. So I'm part of that. I'm part of the peace movement.
What's the background?
It tastes like blood. And this is Satan giving me the powers to continue to fight. And we will continue to fight. Wow. And I cheers to you. If you have access to the blood of the Forsaken and of all the children, this is not blood. These are adult. This is adult blood, by the way. Ain't no question. I made sure of that because I don't want to get in trouble. God. But this is
thank you, Jesus.
This is the blood of the Forsaken. It's hot.
Wow, that's really embarrassing. Painfully unfunny, zero imagination, and cringe as fuck right out the gate. Norm Macdonald said that in order to do a good impression of someone, you have to at least like them a bit.
You can't play someone and have contempt for them at the same time. You know, it doesn't work as an impression.
The whole project was doomed from the start because Tim is too spiteful and doesn't really get Alex Jones. No, he doesn't. This is embarrassing. It's so pathetic and embarrassing. What would your mom think? She'd just think he's an idiot. She'd be like, okay, well, where's Alex? Was he going to be online somewhere else? Like, I don't know.
There's no video of President Trump sucking a ding dong. And so what if there was? That's a lot better than World War III, Owen.
What are you talking about? Oh, Lord have mercy. Is he really out here trying to say that Trump would suck a ding dong? Oh, God. And we're talking about penis, by the way, not the snack cake. Oh, my God. Why is he here? Doesn't he owe somebody $1 billion somewhere? Yeah, he does. He owes many people multiple millions of dollars. This was the guy that said he was going to go in on Candace, and somehow she scared him. Oh, man. He could just kiss my ass. Alex Jones, no one cares. Bye.
I never sucked any ding dongs. I'll tell you, if they were going to blackmail me to start World War III about one, I'd say, hey, I sucked a golf ball through a freaking garden.
Oh no. Is he for real? This must be his. I don't think this guy is comfortable. What y'all think? Let's gauge the real men in the chat. To all the real men in the LLC, to all the real men under the sound of my voice, would you suck a dang dong to prevent World War III? Yes or no?
I never sucked any ding dongs. But I'll tell you, if they were going to blackmail me to start World War III about one, I'd say, hey, I sucked a golf.
Yeah, listen. So Alex Jones would suck a ding dong to prevent World War III. What are we hearing? Oh God, I'm moving on. Alex Jones kick rocks.
A ball through a freaking garden hose.
Bye.
Candace Owens make a mistake.
Yeah, oh God, I had to get through that one. That was getting cringy as hell, man. I'm sorry. This game's to chat to the real men in here. Nope, offensive. He's uncomfortable. He's so stupid. Hell no. That's Owens. What the word? I know. Y'all, I mean, good grief. He said he would suck a dank to prevent World War III. He will guzzle a golf ball in a minute. Alex Jones, go have several seats. Goodbye. And this is a guy that was scared to go off on Candace. Yeah, okay. Bye, Alex Jones. Goodbye. No one will miss you. Can't make this up. What's going on, Poetry Princess? How you doing? Juju, how you doing? Shout out to my moms, y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hit that like button. Anthem said it's gonna happen either way. Would you suck a dang dong to prevent it? Yeah, oh good God. Willie Thomas said, hell no. Phantom said I would be on the front line. Alex Jones said he would suck a dank. I'm so done. Why would he say, like, you don't have to say that stuff out loud. What the hell? Oh, Alex Jones, such a clown. Yeah, I see you, Caleb. Your comments showing, honey. Alex getting out while the getting is good. I don't know, child. Maybe he going to a date. He said he would talk about guzzling a golf ball. You can't make this stuff up. All right, we're moving on. So, y'all, this is Graham Allen. And yes, this is the one with the thumbnail with Scientology. I'm ready to see this. So shout out to Graham Allen. Make sure you guys go show him some support. He has a huge following over there as well. And so let me drop the video link in the chat. And we're going to get to it because I want to see this. I really want to see this. All right. Shout out to all of you all tuning in. Hit that like button as you come in. And share this video. Share this live. Put it on X, Facebook, Instagram, wherever else. Post it out so everybody can see this great content coming in. Thank y'all so much. Let's go. All right, Graham.
Did she finally make a mistake? We've always talked about Candace always words things very well to where it's really hard to get her sued. Well, she put a tweet out in anger the other day, and it says this. And honestly, if I was Turning Point's lawyers, this is what I would be waiting on. Candace Owens says, I have not retracted a single claim I have made about Erica Kirk. Okay. Stop with the BS Twitter trends. I stand by every single statement I have made and have not edited any of my past statements in light of Brian Harpool's lawsuit.
Good. I'm so glad you said that, Candace, because that will be used against you in a court of law. Girl, you still stupid? Okay. Candace thinks she doing something while her cult members think that she has subpoena power. Hell you mean? She literally thinks she'll be able to just request any document and she will get it. But she won't tell them that she's going to file a motion to dismiss. Oh no, she doesn't tell them that. Candace never wants to go through a civil proceeding when she's being sued. Now, when she's the petitioner and she still loses like hell, then of course she wants to go all the way to the end, to the U.S. Supreme Court even. But when she is the co-defendant, then she tries to get out of these lawsuits by filing a motion to dismiss. This girl is not trying to get to discovery. Oh no, because she keeps saying dumb shit like this and thinks that, the judge will just understand. I'm using free speech. Oh, okay. This is just gonna be that free speech used against you. Keep hope alive, girl. Don't back down and be a coward. Don't punk out. I've been taunting her on X. Candace, do not file a motion to dismiss. You want to get to that discovery phase? Prove it. Prove it, heifer. Prove it. Filing a motion to dismiss is going to slow that down. Then you got to have a hearing on that. That's what's happening on June 22nd, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the Macron lawsuit. That hearing is for the motion to dismiss that Candace and her legal team filed. That's not coming from the Macrons. She's the defendant in that. She filed that motion to dismiss. That girl does not want to get to the discovery phase. Especially when I know that there is discovery, photos, documentation that was sent to her that she never showed or acknowledged that would prove Brigitte Macron was born a woman. Because of course she wants to paint a narrative and keep up some BS. And then when it's time for her to put her money where her mouth is, she's scared to do that. And all of a sudden everybody trying to bankrupt her. Now take your ass to court. Don't file a motion to dismiss. Why the candy asses won't tell her that? No, she does everything she can to delay and stall. Filing motion to dismiss, extensions, requests to have more words added to her response. All of this stuff to stall everything and slow it down. It's not the sign of someone that is confident that they're going to win and that they want to get to the discovery phase. Candace, I can say this with confidence. One of my godmothers is a retired federal judge. I feel pretty good saying that. Candace, you're an idiot. And when this text is presented, this post is presented against you in court, stand on it. Don't back down from it. You don't have the power of subpoena. And just because you request it does not mean that the judge is going to permit you to get it. All because she doesn't know how court works. And she's got these morons that's sitting here telling her BS as opposed to her reading, because it's fundamental.
I look forward to the power of subpoena. Again, we've already talked about this. Candace Owens is a moron. You can get discovery for purposes of what the lawsuit actually says. She wants you to believe that she has unlimited cosmic power to do whatever she wants to do. A little bit of living space. That's her brain. That's the size of her brain. Anyway,
exactly, Noah.
She just said in open thing, she stands by every single statement she has ever made. That tweet right there is going to, do we have any lawyers in the chat? Comment yes or no. That statement right there is going to come back to haunt her
oh yeah, it's going to bite her in the butt. And I don't have to be an attorney to say that. Like I said, have all the confidence in the world. My godmother is a retired federal judge. Feel pretty good about that. Yep. Yeah, it's gonna bite her in the ass. Shout out to Miss Maga Mandy. How you doing, honey? How's it going? Shout out to you, dear heart. Good to see you. Thank you for the $4.99 super. Candace wants a pick of her of a JJ in court. Candace is gross. Missed you, LLC. Candace needs God. Yes, she does. Oh, Lord. Good to see you back, honey. Y'all shout out to Miss Mandy, honey. One of our fantastic mods up in here. It's been about for a while. Good to see you. Laura up in here. Look at God. When he bring them back? Oh, it's good to see you guys. I'm so happy and elated. Y'all, show them some love. Show them some love. What's going on, C-Star? Caleb, I see your comments. Are you still here, Caleb? We see you, honey. YouTube is, I don't know what's going on. We see your comments, Caleb. I was posting them up. I don't know if you saw them. Maybe you can refresh. Let us know if you can see the comments, Caleb. Well, we can see yours. YouTube blocked to reply to her. What? Huh. That's crazy. All right. I don't know what's going on. If you guys can't see comments, try to refresh. I can see them. Okay, you can see them. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Yeah, now this Graham is right. This is gonna come back and haunt her. Oh, it's gonna bite her in the butt. Candace, there's a jury trial demand for Brian Harper's federal lawsuit against you. It's a federal lawsuit. They're not playing games with you in the district court. Do you understand? My godmother was a federal judge for 25 years. Federal magistrate judge. They don't play around with that BS. So you go in there thinking you'll be able to just get all this discovery, you will be sadly mistaken. That judge will not play games with you. Hopefully your attorneys tell you what you need to know and not what you want to hear. Or else they're going to find themselves being sanctioned all day. Candace can't act like this in court. So she can post up whatever she wants. When she goes to court, she is a completely different person. And you can tell through all those court documents. She didn't even show up for the trial hearing when she sued the apartment complex. Y'all know that was a default judgment, right? Her ass didn't even show up for the hearing because she knew she was going to lose and she had hired the wrong type of attorney. So the one where all the black mold, where, Grimace Eydie first came to fruition, that trial hearing, she did not show up. That is how ridiculous Candace is and stupid. She didn't even go to court. That's the type of person we're dealing with. Girl, Candace, you scared no one.
Big way. Last week, we walked you through some of the things that Candace Owens was saying. First of all, let's show the Mikey McCoy one first. First of all, we're going to play a video. The team edited this, and we played this video where we connected all the dots showing you that it didn't make any sense. Candace Owens claiming that Mikey McCoy was her big, source or leaker. So let's play this clip and remind the audience what happened on Friday.
It was Mikey McCoy. Mikey McCoy got a message out to me via a third-party person that I should look more into Andrew Colvett.
Why did she spend weeks going after Mikey McCoy? Was it because she thought Mikey McCoy might have been in on it? Why would she do that if now she's dropping this bombshell that her leaker the entire time was Mikey McCoy? You expect us to believe that the guy that you spent weeks trying to destroy his life because you thought it was weird that he had a cell phone up to his ear? And why does the phone call matter unless you thought that he was in on it? That's the logical conclusion, right? So now you expect us to believe that he was your leaker? He's your bombshell leaker? And he got to you via a third party of a known liar and Scientologist lunatic named John Mappin. You expect us to be idiots, to quote you, Candace.
It was Mikey McCoy.
So last week I told you that I knew who the third-party leaker was. I knew who the third-party leaker was, and unlike Candace Owens, I don't need receipts because people back up my receipts by what they do. I didn't tag John Mappin. Can you go to that video, Todd?
Yeah, you sure didn't.
I didn't tag.
Wait, did you tag him?
I didn't tag John Mappin. I didn't do nothing. Click on my post. I just want to verify. Now go down. Go down. Go down. I didn't tag nobody. All right. Nobody was tagged. All right. I said that this story is bullcrap, it's lies, and her third party was a known Scientologist, multimillionaire lunatic named John Mappin. That's what I said.
Did not lie.
And everybody was like, who's John Mappin? Who's all this kind of stuff? Okay, well, John Mappin then has this to say: I have angered the Church of Scientology.
Oh, yeah, you have.
A cult? Oh, John Mappin, you dumbass. It's a cult. It's not a church. It's only a church when it wants a tax-exempt status. Your cult infiltrated our United States government just to get a tax-exempt status as a 501c3. Go figure. Because they weren't smart enough to just get it on their own, by their own merit. They had to infiltrate our government. Now they're sitting here infiltrating our judicial branch of government, buying off judges and cops, trying to take over Clearwater, Florida. They put Ron in jail. John Mappin is a simp and a punk ass. I just can't even imagine how he's still married. He is such a hard simp for Candace. His wife should be concerned. Like, why do you obsess over her? Ew. She has a yeast infection. What are you doing? Oh, man. Candace, I have a source too. You want to know my source? Candace, you ready? Because did y'all know I had a source as well? Did y'all know I had a source? Oh, I have a source. My source sent me all kinds of information on Candace. My source is, boy, this one has been with her for over a decade. Candace, I have a source. We all got sources, girl. Where's my source? Hold on. Y'all, this is good. This is good stuff. I'm trying to get my source. Candace, you're not the only one that can get a source, girl. Where is it? Oh, let me play this video. I got to get my source photo back. Hold on.
John Mappin comes out and says, "Dear Graham."
Oh, it's coming.
At Graham Allen. Candace at Real Candace. So see how he tries to get people to like. Anyway, it's really weird. All right, is not lying about this. I hope this helps you. Well, actually, that doesn't help me at all, John. She's not lying. I hope that helps. No, it doesn't.
Cool story.
Truth is important to us. Who? You and your Tom Cruise devil magic? Like you and Will Smith?
Yeah.
Do you and Will Smith care about this, John Mappin? And we will not have friends of ours libeled and mischaracterized by those who find the truth uncomfortable. I don't know how I libeled Candace Owens, but all right. Or simply because it does not forward the narrative that they wish to push. You notice how Scientologists say a lot of words that mean nothing? You notice that? All right. The current attempt to rewrite history in this instance is repulsive to us. Who is us? The Church of Scientology? Who is us? Such activity causes death and wars. Graham Allen can cause death and wars to occur? Wow. It harms lives. I agree. You're harming the life of Erica Kirk a lot. What is true is that Candace has been incredibly gracious and patient with those individuals involved in this matter, out of respect for the situation and for the lives affected and for those involved. If anything, Candace has erred in being too patient and too kind. Hilarious, John Mappin. Hilarious. I am sure that Mikey McCoy appreciates and understands Candace's judgment, her timing, and her reasons for that. I can verify with 1,000,000% certainty the answer is no. And Mikey McCoy thinks that you are a raging lunatic and rebuts everything
this is so crazy.
that is being said.
First of all, she has tortured that boy from day one, him and his wife. Called him incompetent, tried to make it seem like he took out Charlie Kirk so that he could become the new CEO. And then when they named Erica Kirk, rightfully so, because that's what her husband wanted, then all of a sudden, oh, well, you know, I can't believe that they even, where's a book or anything saying that she should be the next CEO? I mean, the girl is just going after everybody with her dumb ass. And then you got this simp sitting here singing this long post. Why is John Mappin? Why the hell you sending this long ass post? No one wants to read this whole thing. While you sit here and try to scare somebody about a cult being mad. Let them be mad. Hell is still hot too. Why do we care? Hell is hot and Scientology is a cult. The end. Hell ain't supposed to scare somebody. This old clown. That doesn't scare anyone. And then the fact that he says something like that, it's like he wants to invoke fear in somebody. It's not our fault that your cult leader is a raging lunatic that had his own father stalked for many, many years. Because he has issues with people not wanting to be around him. Like he can't stand being turned down. You can't make this up. Who stalks their own father? And you're a grown man. Oh, because you're trying to see if he's saying something bad. Oh, if you don't kick rocks. That's the type of cult leader they have in Scientology. One where the leader stalks his own daddy. One grown man stalks another grown man and spent millions of dollars doing that. That money could have been spent on anything else. Oh, and I had to give shout out to the person that sent the comment correcting me on how much people get paid per week in Scientology. Oh, it's less than $100. Significantly less. So as opposed to the leader of the cult, Scientology, paying thousands and thousands of dollars to stalk his own father, another grown ass man, why didn't he just give the money to his own people in the cult? Pay them real wages if they're working. He wants them to be treated like slaves, basically. You want indentured servants. I put it like that. You want indentured servants. But you'll spend millions of dollars, thousands to millions of dollars to have your own father stalked. Make it make sense. Crazy. It's so crazy. And you got this clown, John Mappin, sending these long book messages on X. No one wants to read all this. Look all this nonsense. Oh, I'm sure he understood. The current attempt to rewrite history in this instance is repulsive to us. Scientology is a cult. It's a dumb cult that only wants tax-exempt status, the end. And they're willing to blow money in the air to stalk people and to dox people, to harass people, as if we don't have laws in the United States of America, to which they don't care about, by the way. They don't care about our laws here. They're cult. They will infringe upon your rights, like the right to live in peace and without having to worry about somebody stalking you. Oh, no, they don't care about that at all. The leader will stalk his own daddy. Go figure. But yet and still, when we say where's Shelley Miscavige, they can't seem to come up with an answer on that. So is John Mappin going to tell us where his cult leader's wife is? Because, you know, they quiet on that one. He wants to send a long 2-page love letter because, you know, a hit dog will holler every time. But he can't tell us what Shelley Miscavige is. So John Mappin doesn't know what Shelley Miscavige is, but he won't say anything about that. But he'll respond to this, trying to defend Candace. Let me tell you something. John Mappin, you dumbass. You and Scientology can kick rocks. You don't have to live in our country, which he doesn't. And you can have Candace. Candace, when you going to tell people that you joined Scientology? Obviously, you're under their protection somehow. Because I don't get it. They haven't came and whooped your behind by now? She won't even just admit she's fitting the mold of a cult member while she's being a cult leader in her own right. Because you can't make this up. Scientology will be more than happy to take Candace and her cult followers. All the candy asses, all y'all can go with her and y'all can go join Scientology and leave us alone. John Mappin, I hope you paying for her attorney's fees since you want to defend her so bad. He probably will. I hope his wife tells him, look, you sitting here writing these love letters trying to defend her. What we will not do is financially support her. John Mappin will send her all the money she needs for her attorney's fees. Since he's doing this stuff, this makes no sense. A whole cult member is defending a cult leader. This stuff writes and stuff. You can't make this up. John Mappin, you clown. Go sit down.
Graham Allen can cause death and wars to occur? Wow. It harms lives. I agree. You're harming the life of Erica Kirk a lot. What is true is that Candace has been incredibly gracious and patient with those individuals involved in this matter out of respect for the situation. And
involved in what matter? She's trying to interfere and obstruct with an actual murder investigation and trial that's coming up. She's been been patient, too patient and too kind. That's you see how cult members talk? This is how they adore and worship their cult leader. She's been so gracious and merciful to you. Who are we talking about? Somebody that did not die on the cross. Got it. Let's not forget, Scientology don't believe in God or anything. They don't believe in Jesus, none of that. So they don't have a problem putting a mere mortal on this high pedestal where they don't belong. Because, you know, they would rather believe that you have a Thetan, something that came from a volcano, alien, some life force, Xenu, the goddess, boy, girl, warrior, princess, whatever it is somehow forming a cocoon inside of you, as opposed to just believing in a higher being. You know, it's too much like right. No, we don't believe in God. We believe in this Xenu warrior princess girl, boy, girl that came from this volcano, and then these statements being left in you, and then you got to get audited, and then you got to pay for those audits just to get this cleansing done, where it's like 2 Coke bottles being put to your ears, and that's how that works. That's it. Scientology. Oh, and you giving them a bunch of money, and they have all these indentured service they don't want to pay, but they will pay millions of dollars to stalk your daddy. Can't make this up.
Lives affected, and for those involved. If anything, Candace has erred in being too patient and too kind. Hilarious, John Mappin. Hilarious. I am sure that Mikey McCoy appreciates and understands Candace's judgment, her timing, and her reasons for that. I can verify with 1,000,000% certainty the answer is no.
This is crazy.
And Mikey McCoy thinks that you are a raging lunatic. And rebuts everything that is being said. But I love that you are not denying that I was right about you being the third party. Charlie trusted Mikey McCoy more than any other paid executive at Turning Point at the time he died. Finally, no amount of he didn't even address the fact I wasn't the third party. You're wrong. No, you were the third party. And
Charlie, let me tell you something. No one owes Scientology any respect. It's a cult. It's a cult. He may not have disrespected the people, but the concept of Scientology, Charlie Kirk even knew it was a cult. What are we talking about? They don't even believe in God. He had, look at this. Scientology is something that Charlie Kirk had immense respect for. No, he didn't. Child, please. John Mappin, go kick rocks.
I know you were, and you lied, and you exaggerated, and you blew it way out of proportion. And I think this week is going to be a very bad week for you on the internet.
They believe in aliens.
Finally, no amount of bigotry towards our religions, be it Christian, Scientology, Muslim, or Jewish, is going to take away from that truth. You do not have a religion. You have a religion.
Cult. You have a cult.
If you believe Scientology is a cult, comment yes or no in the comment section.
Yes, hit the 4 if it's a cult. Hit the 4. Scientology is a cult. Hit the 4. We don't do cults up in here. This is why we talk heavily about that, so that you all will know what to look out for. John Mappin is the typical ideal cult member. It's so funny how Scientology is allowing him to be this big of a simp for Candace. You know, it feels like competition. It's like, you know, well, Candace is a cult leader and Scientology is a cult. It's like he's conflicted within himself. Should I show more loyalty to Scientology or Candace? Because it can't be both. What a joke. Scientology is not a damn religion. It's a cult. They believe the aliens are inside of people. Thetans. And you got to pay for audits. Not prayer or anything where, you know, reading the Bible and praying is free. It is free. No one has to pay to read the Bible or pray to God. Are you kidding me? But no, Scientology, they will get 8, 9-year-old little girls in a room alone with a grown man and then use her to try to so-called teach him how to audit. They have a whole video on that, a training video on this. We watched it in one of our Scientology Sunday episodes. You can't make this up. It was a 9-year-old little girl trying to teach a grown man that looked like he was all of 58 years old. Y'all, he looked old. He looked like somebody's peepaw. He looked old. And she's teaching him how to audit and catch his errors on something. Like she a grown woman paying bills. And then when you hear these horrid stories of what's going on to these kids in Scientology, oh no, there's no way possible that's happening. 9-year-old little girls are being left alone in a room with grown 58-year-old men. What are we talking about? And they don't see kids as kids. They see kids as small versions of adults so that they can try to get away with all that demonic evil nonsense they're doing to these kids. Disgusting. And he's sitting here talking about Scientology or something that Charlie Kirk had immense respect for. No one has respect for that. John Mappin, stay over there in your world, wherever you are in La La Land. Keep your dumb behind over there. Don't come here.
A dude who used to write instruction manuals that one day just decided to write a book. I'm out. I don't want no part of L. Ron Hubbard.
Oh, Lord,
none of it. Freedom of religion is guaranteed under the U.S. Constitution and law, and we would politely ask you to improve your understanding of.
Does he live in the U.S.? Is John Mappin in the U.S.? I thought his ass was in the U.K. We need to have him deported. John Mappin, we will have your behind deported before you sit here and insult us about our God that we serve while you sit here and worship something called Xenu. Get out of our country if you are here. Take George with it. And Candace and all the candy asses. Candy asses, y'all pack up. You getting ready to go with John Mappin over to the UK somewhere. They won't buy an island and just go live and start their own commune. Get the hell out of here. They're trying to take over Clearwater, Florida. Unbelievable. Why are they trying to take over our country as opposed to just starting their own? I will never understand. No one will stop them if they want to move to another continent, buy some land, go full-blown Jim Jones, and then they can start their own little people's town, Scientology cult village or whatever. Just get the hell away from us and leave the rest of us out of that.
What constitutes religious bigotry and intolerance? Scientology is nothing more than Tom Cruise devil voodoo magic.
Thank you,
like
Ms.
freaking Will Ferrell in Talladega Night. Tom Cruise, use your witchcraft to put the fire out. Like that is Scientology. That's Scientology. Scientology is something. Oh, this is my favorite part. It's something that Charlie Kirk had immense respect for, and he used its discoveries to personally help him create, expand, and protect the educational institution that he created called Turning Point. This is truth, and that is true. Kind regards, John and Irina Mappin. The truth of that statement, you would hand Charlie a bunch of Scientology books. Charlie would say, oh, thank you so much, John Mappin. Thank you. Oh, this is so great. I love these books. Then he would immediately hand it over to certain people, and they would throw it in the trash and burn it and have a young priest and an old priest, and then they'd have a megachurch pastor come and throw holy water on it because he couldn't stand you.
Thank you. I've never had to meet Charlie Kirk or watch any debate video or anything to say that. Most normal, sane-minded individuals that have reasonable mindset can't stand Scientology. What you mean? John Mappin need to get the hell up out of here. We got to deport his ass. Oh my good Lord. Why won't he just leave our country? Get the hell out. Does he live here in the U.S.? I thought John Mappin was in the U.K. You can't make this up. Oh my God. Y'all. I want to do a collab with Todd. He's so much fun. I love it. I thought that John Mappin was in the UK. Is he here? Oh, Lord. Charlie was, exactly. Thank you, Nicholas. Charlie was being polite. He just take their book. Oh, thanks. Cool. I appreciate that. And he's like, yeah, make sure y'all burn this and then pray over the trash can that is burnt in, okay? We don't need that demonic Xenu stuff up in there. I'm not playing. Make sure you all pray over that trash can. If you're going to take it outside and burn it in the bin, pray over the bin when you're done. You don't need him. Oh, Lord. If thou profess to be a Christian and love the Lord a little bit, you would not be able to stand Scientology. What you mean? Oh, he had immense respect for them. Child boo. The devil is a liar. And so is John and Erna Mappin. The devil is a liar. Are you kidding?
Yeah. The only thing that post was missing the gram was
right
keep sweet at the end. That's the
keep
only thing
sweet, pray, and obey was all that was missing on
all that was missing.
I would encourage you to understand the difference of religious bigotry. It's not religious bigotry. You're in a cult, dog.
Okay.
We ain't even
100%.
in the same stratosphere.
Not
All
at
right,
all.
of nothing. I got nothing. Scientology is demonic. It's evil. It's across the board. But here's the bigger thing. Who is John Mappin? John Mappin's not even an American.
Thank you.
How did John Mappin even get to meet Candace Owens? Here's my conspiracy
He's
lead
not even
betrayals for you at
here.
the end. So back when Charlie Kirk was trying to help Nigel Farage in the Brexit movement, the British exit, the Brexit movement, they started trying to start a Turning Point UK. All right. Well, along with Candace back in the day, Nigel Farage, John Mappin was the person who brought George Farmer, the Bullington Club elitist that we talked about last week, into the fray. So it can be said that George Farmer and Candace Owens in their really weird 3-week talking to each other on the phone and then they're married story, John Mappin played a major role of bringing in George Farmer to meet Candace Owens.
He sure did.
Candace Owens, one of her biggest supporters, is a British Scientologist. That is the reason he was one of the main reasons that she met George Farmer at the Brexit event in the first place. Seems weird to me. But yet Candace Owens wants you to believe that Erica Kirk was a handler for Charlie Kirk because they were on Israel at the same time upon a time.
Oh, child.
Seems weird to me, but what do I know? I'm just a redneck from Mississippi. What could I possibly know about any of this stuff? So to all that, I say John Mappin sucks.
Okay. Oh, John Mappin. You suck donkey dick. Y'all got to excuse my language. I had to get that out. John Mappin can suck a dank for real. And kick rocks. If he's not even an American, you talking about our U.S. Constitution like you know it. That's what I kept saying. I'm like, I know this dude does not even live here. What is he talking about? Your U.S. Constitution. Child, please. Have you gone somewhere, son? Stay over there in your affairs and leave us to ours. No, thank you. Scientology, you can have it. It's all yours, John Mappin. That nonsense and Xenu and Thetans and aliens and all that. Get that stuff on somewhere. We don't have to respect a cult. It's a cult. Oh, the dumb things that people say. It's so crazy. All right, y'all. So we got up next Nick Brooks. Harpo versus Candace Owens. Is he a public figure? And I think that the lawsuit filing clearly expressed that Brian Harpo was never considered a public figure. He was a business owner. He just had a high-profile client at the time, and he did an interview that did not make him a public figure. He simply had a client that was a public figure. He never wanted to be one where he's out in the limelight and any of that. And it's very well understood considering what his profession is. So if you're going to be head of security detail for someone that is considered a public figure and high profile, the last thing you want the head of your security detail to be is another public figure. You want them to be low key. You don't want people to know who they are, and you don't want people to see them coming. And sometimes, the best security you can have is one where no one knows who they are. So no, Brian Harpo was never considered a public figure, and him going on the Sean Ryan show, I think that was more so for him to just kind of get the truth out there so that he could say that he put it out there. Because when he was ready to sue the hell out of Candace, he can say that he did do his due diligence in trying to meet the requirement for malicious intent. Because you have to show that you've made good faith effort to correct errors and share the truth, share documentation to point out what this person is saying is wrong. Candace is just one where she doesn't listen and she doesn't care. So you can send her information all day. It's the same thing with Brigitte Macron. They sent her photos and articles and all kinds of things, and she didn't care. She still kept doubling, tripling down. And then she got sued, and then she threw a tantrum, and now she's stalling the lawsuit. Haven't even gone to her first hearing on her motion to dismiss. And it's going to be the same thing here with Brian Harper. He does not have to give her a cease and desist letter. He does not owe her that. No one has to do that. That is a courtesy. I wish TPUSA and Erica Kirk would stop sending those and just file a lawsuit, for goodness sake, so we can all move forward with that. That's what I wish would happen. Don't send her any more cease and desist letters. It doesn't matter. If you've tried to show her information and give her evidence and documentation of the truth and to get her to correct her errors, then that's sufficient. You don't have to. There's no law that says you must send someone a cease and desist. No law exists on that. That is a courtesy. It's a heads up. It's what you do to avoid trying to go to court. But at this point, we've seen how Candace acts in other lawsuits. I've gone over all her lawsuits. All of them. And she is the same exact way. A bumbling idiot. Where she's either stalling or she doesn't even show up for the hearing. That's her MO. Even when she's filed lawsuits, she lost. Kimberly Klasick was a mutual agreement to dismiss the case with prejudice. But they came to an actual agreement on that, both parties. But when she tried to sue Gannett News and what was it? The news outlet, she lost. They dismissed it for, failure to state a claim. Plus, she didn't have standing with the malicious intent or any of that. With the lawsuit against the property complex, she didn't even go to the hearing. That was a default judgment. That's how she handles herself with these lawsuits. And yet, she wants everybody to sue her just so she can stall like hell, pay a bunch of money in attorney's fees and court costs, and then try to avoid it all by either wanting it to be dismissed or quite possibly not even going to the hearing and participate. And then when she gets a judgment granted against her, same thing that happened with the High Court in Australia with her appeal. She lost that one and they ordered her to pay the government's court costs. Did she pay this stuff? That's the question. Was that ever even paid? So no one wants to have to go to court with this dumbass girl. But at this point, when it comes to Erica Kirk at TPUSA, they don't have a choice. They're going to have to sue her ass. And people, you're going to have to stop being scared to do it. Brian Harper and the Macrons have shown us how it's done. Erica Kirk, you're going to have to drop that federal lawsuit on her. And a protection order. Because Candace is crazy. This child, this little girl go out, this demon. She one where I fear that she would go and actually go do something to Erica Kirk. She wants Erica Kirk dead. And I've said this. I've had at least 2 videos where that was the title of my video. Candace Owens wants Erica Kirk dead. It's just that people don't want to say it. I'm saying it. I've been saying it for 6 months. Candace is at a dangerous tipping point. And she keeps unleashing and exploding all over social media. And then gets upset when people use that against her. No. It's going to be used against you in the court of law. Kick rocks. She's trying to make legal arguments on her YouTube channel. Like that means nothing. You're not an attorney. You're an idiot. So this is where we are. And so Nick Brooks is going to go over the differences of being a public figure and what that means. Just like her professing to try to be a member of the press, an independent investigative journalist or whatever she want to be. No. So let's get to this. Y'all hit the 4 where you can see and hear. Let's go. Oh, Mama love you.
The single most important legal question in Brian Harple versus Candace Owens isn't whether Candace Owens said false things about Brian Harple. It's whether Brian Harple is a public figure. If Brian Harple is a public figure, he has to prove actual malice, which means Candace Owens either knew her statements were false or acted with reckless
think so
disregard for
too,
the truth at the
Jamie.
time she made the statements. That's a nearly impossible standard to meet. But if Brian Harple's a private figure, he only has to prove negligence, that Candace Owens failed to exercise reasonable care in checking her facts. That's a much, much easier burden. The difference between these two standards is the difference between winning this case and losing it. In this video, I'm walking through what the complaint argues on public figure status, the two Tennessee cases they cite, including a brand new 2024 Tennessee Supreme Court decision, analyzing whether these cases are being used correctly, looking at Candace's potential counterarguments, and giving you my take on how this issue is going to play out in court. So let's get into it. Before we look at what the complaint says, let me explain why this public figure question is so critical. In defamation law, we have two different standards of proof depending on who the plaintiff is, and the difference between them is massive. If you're a private figure, so just an ordinary person minding your own business, you only have to prove the defendant was negligent. Negligent means they didn't exercise reasonable care in determining whether their statements were true. So did they check their facts? Did they ignore red flags? Did they have contradictory evidence sitting in front of them and publish anyway? That's negligence, and it's a relatively straightforward standard to prove. But if you're a public figure, someone who's famous or someone who voluntarily thrust themselves into a public controversy, you have to prove actual malice. Actual malice doesn't mean the defendant hated you or acted out of spite. It's a legal term of art that means one of two things. So at the time of the statements, either the defendant knew the statement was false or they acted with reckless disregard for whether it was true or false. And that's an incredibly high bar. You basically have to show that they're either lying on purpose or they just didn't care about the truth at all. So you can see why Candace's lawyers will absolutely argue Harple is a public figure. If they win that argument, Harple's case becomes almost unwinnable. He'd have to prove she either knew he wasn't at Fort Huachuca or that she acted with reckless disregard. Not just that she was careless, but that she essentially didn't care whether it was true. But if he's a private figure, he just has to show that Candace Owens didn't do her homework, which is much easier. That's why this issue is the foundation of the entire case. Time to transition to the complaint. As you can see, this is Brian Harple v. Candace Owens LLC, George Tom Inc., and Mitchell Snow, filed in the United States District Court for the Middle District of Tennessee, Nashville Division, which is also a federal court, and there's a jury demand. Here's what the complaint says. So this is paragraph 29, and it's doing all the heavy lifting on the public figure issue. Let me read it and then break it down. Quote, despite his 2 podcast appearances, Harple remains a private individual and not a limited purpose public figure. He has social media accounts that he does not use for posting content. He has no public platforms to effectively rebut or counteract statements, and his involvement in the controversy is limited to 2 defensive appearances. He did not seek publicity or attempt to influence public debate, and his participation in the controversy was limited to defending himself against statements directed at him. 2 podcast appearances to respond to allegations does not meet Tennessee's standard for limited purpose public figure status, end quote. The complaint is acknowledging the elephant in the room right up front. Yes, Harple appeared on 2 podcasts, The Sean Ryan Show and an interview with Gary Milton on Paramount Tactical. Candace's lawyers will absolutely point to those and say, see, he went on major podcasts with huge audiences. He's a public figure now. But notice how the complaint frames those appearances. Here are 3 critical points. First, it's alleged that Brian Harple's involvement in the controversy is limited to 2 defensive appearances, and his participation in the controversy was limited to defending himself against statements directed at him. The argument is that Harple didn't inject himself into a public debate about Charlie Kirk conspiracy theories. He didn't go on podcasts to share his opinions about who killed Kirk or whether the government was involved. He went on those podcasts after Candace Owens had already accused him of conspiracy, solely to say, that's not true. I wasn't at Fort Huachuca. Here's why. That's a defensive response, not voluntary public engagement. Second, it's alleged that Brian Harple has no public platforms to effectively rebut or counteract statements. Harple doesn't have a podcast. He doesn't have millions of followers on X or YouTube. He doesn't regularly seek media attention. He can't fight back the way Candace can with her 6 million YouTube subscribers and nearly 8 million X followers. That asymmetry matters for the public figure analysis. Do you have the means and ability to respond to defamation on an ongoing basis, or are you basically defenseless? Third, it's alleged that Brian Harple did not seek publicity or attempt to influence public debate. This is about voluntariness. Did you choose to thrust yourself into a public controversy to influence how people think about it? Or were you dragged into it against your will because someone accused you of something horrific? Harple's position is clear. He was
He's
dragged
defending
into this.
himself.
He didn't ask for this controversy. To
Yep.
understand why those podcast appearances were defensive, you need to see the timeline. So this is paragraph 28. Quote, on November 17th, 2025, after Owens and other conspiracy theorists had already implicated Harple and his team in the assassination, Harple appeared on the Sean Ryan show solely to respond to and rebut the defamatory statements. On or about November 25th, 2025, Harple was interviewed by Gary Milton with Paramount Tactical for the purpose of rebutting more defamatory statements. As of the date of
that right there shows those two good faith attempts to correct the record. And the judge is going to look at that and say, okay, cool. Because he can also, once again, reemphasize his profession. It is not suitable for him to go out and try to be a public figure if you're going to be head of security for high profile figures. Does that make sense? And her attorneys can try to make the argument. What they can't do is force the jury to believe that he did those two appearances of all the appearances he could have done. Because you have to know he's received tons of invitations and requests to come on and do appearances. If he can say, I turned down these other requests for appearances and I only did these two to debunk these specific claims, and these are the two platforms that I chose because of XYZ, and I knew that would be effective in getting out my defense, then I didn't, the fact that I didn't go on everybody's podcast, I didn't do some media tour, and I only did 2 shows speaks volumes. Because there's an opportunity where he could have gone on this publicity media tour, and he didn't do that. And he only chose to do 2 shows for the purposes of defending himself, to get out the information, to debunk the dumb claims that this moron Candace was making, and to show that he was doing this in good faith. And even after the first time, she doubled down. He went out again and defended himself. And then she kept doing it. So what's the next option? I'm suing your ass and I'm going to sleep peacefully. Because what he did not do and what he did not owe her is a response. He did not have to respond to her. His goal is, let me get the information out because of the provable false statements being made about me. They sent her the flight information. And look how she treated that. So his attorney will be able to make the argument, Your Honor, when we sent her the flight information to prove that he could not have been 2 places at one time because he's not an alien, unlike her, she still went out and lied on my client and put out provable false statements. She had the information and even acknowledged having this information in her possession about his flight. And she still went out and lied, as opposed to her just saying, I have the information. He was here in this reality on Earth. He could not have been anywhere else at this time frame. The end. No, she's sitting here still trying to invoke doubt and to deny the fact that he was where he was in a whole different location, and we sent her the flight information, and she still failed to correct the record. That is a reckless disregard of the truth, where she simply didn't care. And the candy asses, because they're so stupid, they don't help her at all, because then they leave their comments and enter everybody's chats during their live streams, re-emphasizing her reckless disregard for the truth. Look at God, ain't he good? That's why Brian Harper's attorney is using their comments against her in a court of law. Let's get back to it.
this complaint, the 2 podcast appearances remain isolated responses undertaken by Brian Harple to defend his reputation in response to defamatory statements made by others. End quote. Let's run that back and notice a key phrase. After Owens and other conspiracy theorists had already implicated Harple. So Harple didn't go on podcast to start a conversation or share his theory about what happened to Kirk. He went on after the accusations had already been made and were spreading across the internet. That's the definition of a defensive response. And look at the last sentence.
Ooh,
the 2 podcast appearances remain isolated responses. So this isn't someone who regularly appears in the media or seeks public attention. It's 2 appearances, both with one purpose: rebut the lies that Candace Owens and others were allegedly spreading. The timing matters. The purpose matters. The complaint is setting up the argument that these were forced defensive responses, not voluntary injection into a public controversy. Now, the complaint doesn't just assert this. It cites 2 Tennessee cases to back it up. Let's look at those cases because they're the legal foundation for why Harple should be treated as a private figure. Let's start with the case that I have highlighted on screen. Charles v. McQueen, and it's cited for the proposition that 2 podcast appearances to respond to allegations does not meet Tennessee's standard for limited purpose public figure status. So what I have on screen here is the caption page for Charles v. McQueen. It's in the Supreme Court of Tennessee at Nashville, and this was actually published on July 3rd, 2024. So it's a relatively new case. On your screen is the key holding that I have highlighted for you. The court says, quote, "We hold that Charles is a limited purpose public figure, given the voluntary and prominent role he played in a controversy concerning changes to the Durham Farms development plan," end quote. That phrase, the voluntary and prominent role he played in a controversy, is the entire ballgame. And just a reminder, this is a binding Tennessee Supreme Court law from 2024. And the test is, did the plaintiff voluntarily inject himself into a public controversy in a prominent way, such that he invited the attention and accepted the risk that comes with being a participant in a public debate? Here, it finds that Charles voluntarily injected himself into the forefront of the controversy. Now, here's what matters for Harple. In Charles itself, the plaintiff was found to be a public figure, as we discussed. Why? Because Charles wasn't just responding to criticism. As you can see on your screen, he was a homeowner association president who led meetings to advocate for controversial development changes. He communicated with local government officials on behalf of the developer. He was quoted extensively in the media, and he had a prominent voluntary role in creating and advancing that controversy. But Harple's lawyers aren't citing Charles just because the facts match. They're citing it for the legal standard. And that standard is voluntary and prominent participation in a public controversy. So as you can see here, voluntary, extensive, prominent role. These are the key concepts at play here. So when you apply that.
And Brian Harple did not. He was dragged into this because Candace failed to read a book. Candace, start with Dr. Seuss, The Cat in the Hat. You should find that very intriguing. I heard it was very good. Oh, God. Candace, you can kiss my ass.
That standard to Harple, what do you get? According to the complaint, Harple gave 2 podcast interviews, Sean Ryan and Paramount Tactical, only after Candace Owens and other conspiracy theorists had already publicly accused him of being involved in a murder plot. The complaint says he didn't.
Oh, and they doxed him. They doxed him. They doxed his employees and the employees' spouses and family members. So not only did he have to worry about being subjected to being doxxed, his staff and staff spouses and family members were also doxxed because these impersonating investigators that should have been charged with federal crimes were putting out their information because Candace said his name and lied on him. Then that's it. But she didn't go out her way to show the flight information to prove that he was not at Fort Huachuca because Mitch Snow decided to pick up a hammer and swing at his ex-wife about it. Can't make this up. That's her so-called credible source. A man who will get violent with a hammer in a home where his minor children was living. And actually gestured to use it on his wife. Can you believe it? You can't make this stuff up. Oh, he's such a demon.
Try to influence public discourse on Charlie Kirk's assassination generally. He didn't want to advocate for a position. He didn't hold press conferences. He went on 2 shows and said, "I wasn't at Fort Huachuca. I have flight records. This is false." That's a defensive response, not voluntary participation in a public controversy. And that's why the complaint cites Charles. The court in Charles gives the test. And when you apply that test to Harple's facts as pleaded, Harple doesn't fit the profile of someone who voluntarily and prominently participated in the controversy. He was accused and then he responded. So I think the plaintiff is using Charles correctly. They're not twisting it. They're using it for what it actually says. Now we'll look at the second case cited for that proposition earlier, that 2 podcast appearances to respond to allegations does not meet Tennessee's standard for limited purpose public figure status. And that case will be Trigg v. the Elk Valley Times. So here's Trigg versus Lakeway Publishers, also known as the Elk Valley Times case, and this was decided by the Tennessee Court of Appeals in 1986. Here are the facts of the case. William Trigg was chairman and spokesman of a group called Citizens for Tax Reform in Lincoln County, Tennessee. His group held advertised public meetings. They met with government officials. Trigg was the only spokesman at the meeting where they delivered an ultimatum to the county judge: resign or we'll file an ouster suit. And here are the allegations related to that demand that he either resign or face an ouster suit. A resident named Dorothy Thompson then circulated a petition supporting the judge and criticizing Trigg's group for making reckless, irresponsible, and slanderous charges. A local newspaper published the petition as a paid ad and also ran a news story about the controversy. Trigg sued for defamation. The defendants argued he was a public figure because he voluntarily thrust himself into the controversy, and the court agreed. Trigg was a public figure. Why? Because he had created the controversy. He formed the citizens group. He held public meetings. He invited county commissioners. He was extensively quoted in newspapers. He brought taped conversations to the newspaper himself. He was the driving force behind the public dispute. And I just wanted to display on screen where it says plaintiff and other members of his group held public meetings in various locations in Lincoln County. So Trigg is not a case where the plaintiff won on the public figure issue. Trigg lost. He was found to be a public figure. But here's why the complaint cites it anyway. Let's look at the language on screen, especially this term inject. So the court in Trigg recognized a key principle. A person does not become a public figure merely by being forced into the public eye by the wrongful conduct of others. And one thing I would like to zero in on is this term inject. In some instances, an individual may achieve such pervasive fame or notoriety that he becomes a public figure for all purposes and in all contexts. More commonly, an individual voluntarily injects himself or is drawn into a particular public controversy and thereby becomes a public figure for a limited range of issues. And then we drop down to the next term. There is no question that a public controversy existed, that plaintiff injected himself into the public controversy, and that his extensive participation brought about much of the controversy. That's the protective concept plaintiff wants to invoke. The idea is this: if you are dragged into a controversy because someone falsely accuses you of something horrific and you respond publicly to defend yourself, that defensive response does not automatically make you a public figure. Right. And that's the distinction plaintiff is drawing between Trigg and Harple. Trigg voluntarily created a citizens group, sought media attention, and led a public campaign against a government official. Harple, according to the complaint, did no such thing. Harple went on 2 podcasts only after Candace Owens had already accused him of conspiracy to commit murder. So Trigg helps plaintiff by reinforcing the fairness principle, that being forced to respond to defamation is not the same thing as voluntarily seeking public controversy. So the question is plaintiff actually using these cases correctly? And I think the answer is yes. Charles is being used correctly because plaintiff is relying on it for the governing legal standard: voluntary and prominent participation in a controversy, and then arguing that Harple's facts don't meet that standard. That's exactly how you're supposed to use precedent. You don't need the facts to be identical. You need the rule, and then you apply the rule to your facts. Trigg is being used.
I'm so glad he said that. I'm so glad he said that, because the candy asses, because they're dumb, are sitting here, and then particularly, what's the one? Baron Coleman? I heard he was a lawyer. So he goes and tries to do a breakdown of the lawsuit, and then he was calling it frivolous and saying that, well, Brian Harple decided to go on these shows, but see, he didn't even consider the case law and answer the questions as to whether or not he was forced into defending himself versus injected himself into the public view. And once again, his job title makes it easy to support the idea that he was forced into the limelight to have to defend himself, because being head of security, you don't want to be a public figure. I don't know any public figure that is also head of security except Tatum, and he's a clown in a sense. We could care less about Brandon Tatum. I don't care about him at all. How many people do you know that are public infamous heads of security guarding other public figures right now? I don't know many. I don't know many at all. Other than Brandon Tatum saying that he has a security company. where you don't see him actually guarding anybody. I don't see him in the role of being a part of security detail. So him being the head of a company does not mean he's actually in that role. But I never heard of Brian Hartlepool until Candace Owens said his name. And that's how it should be. Based on the job and the services he performed, you, especially when you are, serving as security detail for high profile clients, you don't want to be a public figure. You don't want to have people know who you are, and then they can get to you and your family because they're trying to get to one of your clients. That's the last thing you want. And Brady Tatum's ass is not running around here trying to keep somebody secure. He's too busy simping for Candace. The dumb alien that's going to lose this lawsuit. So I don't know anyone that is a public figure, head of security detail with high profile clients that are actually out securing their clients. That's the most antagonistic thing I've ever heard of. No, you want to be low key. You don't want people to know you coming. And if anything, you don't want people to know who the security detail is, because then they'll get to the security detail and get to their families like Candace and her dumbass coat has done. They have doxed Brian Hartlepool's employees. The other men that were out there securing Charlie Kirk. These people have been doxed simply because they were doing their jobs. And nobody was impervious to a bullet. And it's unfortunate that Candace has sat here and put all these people out here in the limelight that don't want to be. I think Brian Hartlepool would rather continue to just have his company, have his clients. He's already grieving. He had been working for Charlie Kirk as his security for 9 years? That had to impact him. It's like she was beating in a dead horse and searing it in. Like Chinese torture. Who the hell needed that? Then he got to turn around and find out not only is he and his family being doxxed, but his employees and their spouses and family members were being doxxed as well. Child, please sue her ass. Get that money. Candace, you're going to lose. I already told you, heifer. I don't care how many more of your dumb comments I got to record and tag Brian Hartlepool and his attorneys in. I'm doing it. We want him to win, girl. And you're not smart enough to keep up. Move it on. Shout out to Nick Brooks, y'all. We love him. That's all we're going to check out in it. I want to get to this here.
So bye-bye.
Because this clown here decided he was going to, I guess, say some things. You can't make this up. And he goes in on Erica Kirk for reasons. All because, you got all these clowns trying to control her and dictate what she does. And, why is she the CEO? Because her husband wanted her to be. Why is that not good enough is my question. But no. They rather just sit here and have an issue and throw tantrums all over the place. So you guys, a couple of you all asked me to check this out. I'm sure it's going to irritate me a lot. So brace yourselves for my language. But yeah, let's get to this. This is a PBD podcast. Going in like a little wuss on Erica Kirk. Let's go.
Bye.
So we all know what happened at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. There was a clip of Erica Kirk running out saying, "I just want to go home." And that created a lot of people talking about it. And then Erica Kirk, in the last few weeks, Drewski did that one thing with her. You got a lot of comments that are being made about her. And then she reacted to it. Rob, I can't do 4 minutes and 12 seconds.
It's right off the beginning.
Oh, okay. So, and she came up and she said a few words of why she went to the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And the market reacted. So go ahead, Rob, play the clip.
We may have big problems with illegal immigration in this country. I have to tell you, we have an even bigger problem when it comes to the systemic indoctrination and radicalization of our own citizens. This is what got my husband killed. This is what has led to 3 legitimate attempts on President Trump's life. And I can speak firsthand to that unbearable toll that this must take on our First Lady. There has never been a president who has faced this many assassination attempts in Americans' entire history. And after each one, the reaction from the far left has been, at best, a shrug, and in some cases, a sick disappointment that the shooter was unsuccessful. We are all human beings. And if you can just pause.
I don't
and
think,
just
Rob, this is the
take
one
a
that went
minute and
viral. It was a short 20-second clip of what she said.
This one
Is
right
this the
here.
one? Go ahead.
Yep.
Play this clip. Go ahead, Rob.
Every morning I wake up to a new headline lying about me. I have comedians dressing up in whiteface. I have people saying I'm not fit to be CEO. And I have Candace Owens claiming I murdered my husband. And the list goes on and on and on.
Okay, Vinny, your thoughts.
Before I even say anything, because I know where people are going to go, by the way, I prayed for this woman. I actually want her to succeed. I want nothing but the best for her and Charlie's children, number one, but she needs to step away as soon as possible. Okay, it's gone on.
Step away, as in like away
away
from.
as CEO, Pat, get out of there. You said this a while ago, but be the chair, be there. But this is like, if you're trying to replace Charlie Kirk, God rest his soul, it's impossible. You cannot do it.
When did she try to replace him? She replaces the position, not the person. The hell is wrong with him? This clown. Y'all, he looked fake and gay. Oh. Well, what is he supposed to be? A knockoff Michael Cohen? What are we going for here? It's like he's been watching Goodfellas too many times. This is the dialect of a man that just got through watching The Sopranos, and then he went and got a pastrami sandwich, and then he did his show, and he was still stuck in the mood. The hell you talking about? She's never tried to be him. First of all, Charlie Kirk was a grown man. She's a woman. That was her husband. She was his wife. They have kids together. And he wanted her to take over. So if you're sitting here talking about, oh, God bless Charlie Kirk, I hope he rests in peace. I pray for him and all this. Why are you disrespecting his wishes on what he wanted with TPUSA? You don't get to dictate that, you clown. No one cares. You can tell he just sits around and eats a bowl of coleslaw. God.
Right? He was the CEO of a huge international organization, of political organization, Pat. He's irreplaceable. You're not going to do it. And I'm sorry. And
She's not trying to replace him. She's the CEO of TPUSA. She's the president. She's not trying to replace Charlie Kirk. She knows that. What the hell are you talking about? When did she ever say that? He's trying to paint this narrative like she's trying to replace him. No, she's not. What the hell? She even said herself, I didn't ask for this. But this is what my husband wanted. That's what her husband wanted. You know, it would be nice to just see a living will or testament or last will and testament or something. Where he's gotten this written out. He's got to have something in writing where he wanted her to become CEO. Plus, this is what he told his company. This is what he told the board. If anything would have happened to him, God forbid, I want Erica Kirk to take over. That's what they're doing. How dare you sit here and try to just deny what he wanted and what he requested for TPUSA. You're not going to be CEO, so what you doing all this huffing and puffing for? Go eat a bowl of coleslaw, you clown.
And people are going to be butthurt. How dare you, grieving widow? Enough with that nonsense.
No
I'm
one
not
said
talking about
grieving
none
widow.
of that.
You're an
I
idiot.
feel for her, okay, because she thought that she could replace Charlie Kirk. You can't.
She did not think that. When did she think that? When did she say anything like that? When did she ever say, I'm trying to replace Charlie Kirk? I don't know what y'all thinking. I got me a baddie chain. I'm trying to replace him. Boom. When did she say that? When did those words ever come out of her mouth? As a matter of fact, she said the opposite. In many videos, she has said the opposite. She said, I'm just trying to do my best that I can do and be the best that I can be. I know I will not ever be able to replace my husband, but it does not mean he did not want her to be CEO of TPUSA. Get your ass over it.
Andrew Colvin, whoever that guy is, they're sitting there doing the Charlie Kirk podcast without Charlie Kirk. Nonsense. Rob, go to their channel. Go to the views of that podcast. Don't even go back.
Why is he yelling? Why is this fake gangster yelling here? He's oozing all of Goodfellas right now. The goofy guy. I mean, he's not even like the main guy in the movie. There's three of them. He doesn't represent any of the main made men at all. He would be like the showrunner. The one that's behind closed doors, cleaning up tables and stuff, trying to suck up to the boss. That's him. That's this clown right here. Oh, God.
I can show Charlie's because it's in the millions.
Y'all
Nobody's watching it.
y'all.
Nobody's watching it. So whoever was behind it and all the people that were behind Charlie Kirk,
Right
it's working because TPUSA, Pat, they're feeling it, okay? And I'm sorry, you show up to the White House Correspondents' Dinner, okay? You're taking photos
I
of
see
people.
you
People are going to
apologizing.
talk about you. You're taking, you went to the VIP thing with whatever his name is. You're taking photos. And then there's a shooting in a place where you know that the biggest targets are there. The president has already been, the assassination attempt has already been
Oh,
happening.
she's not supposed to go anywhere. He's acting like she asked for this. And you're not even asking, Candace, did you plan that? Candace, it's mighty funny how you and your coat were pissed off that she canceled the UGA event. And then she goes to the White House Correspondents' Dinner at the president's invitation. No less. Go figure. And somehow she's supposed to know a gunman is going to show up. But yet, these are the same morons that were sitting here talking about, well, why didn't she go to the UGA event with the vice president? He's one of the safest people in the country. So she goes to the event with the same people there, the vice president, the president there. They're supposed to be the safest people in the country. And now she's supposed to know that a gunman was going to show up and traumatize her. Are you kidding me? Fredo, go eat some coleslaw. Get your ass on.
Twice. All the major players are there. You're there. There's a shooting, and you're crying saying, I want to go home. You should be home. You haven't been home. You have 2 children at home.
You say she hasn't been home. How do you know that? Are you stalking her as well? Because that's something Candace is doing. You know, having sources and direct contacts living in her building. So Fredo must be stuck. Knockoff Fredo is stalking her, apparently. Because somehow he's speaking with an affirmative allegation that she has not been home. How the hell would you know that? How would you know if she's been home? He's saying this like it's a verifiable fact. What you mean? What if her kids are on the road with her? Then what? So you mean to tell me they can't go no damn well? Because Candace has no problem going to theme parks and Christmas parties, and she lies about assassination attempts on her life. So is knockoff Fredo, is he going to sit here and ask Candace, can you please show the paper trail of those transactions from Emmanuel Macron to Club de Sant? Because you said that someone paid $1.5 million to take you out. Where is that paper trail? You claimed that some high-ranking French government employee called you and told you that they saw these transactions. So where's the damn paper trail? Because, you know, Candace is too stupid to ask that person, can you do a screenshot and email it to me? Can you please take photos of whatever you're looking at and send me the evidence? You're calling me to tell me this and you won't email me anything? What do you mean? So fake Fredo, whatever. Freddie is sitting here making an affirmative allegation that she has not been home, as if he knows her every move. Doesn't sound as good when you put it like that, does it, Fredo? I don't even know what the hell his name is. I don't even care.
You're about to go on a tour and everything. I'm sorry, Pat. That's a man's job to be the CEO of Turning Point USA, Adam. I don't care what anybody says.
That's
a man's
No. Oh, because he's is a dumbass sexist. Okay. That's what we get into. No, that's a man's job. How dare a woman is the CEO of something, a 501c3 and 501c4 nonprofit organizations. How dare a woman be a CEO of that, even though her husband, who was a man, was the CEO and wanted her to become CEO if something happened to him. But how dare you all actually respect his wishes? The audacity and the gall. Where's Francisca and Nicholas? Tell me if my British accent is getting better. The audacity and the gall. George. George Farmer. How dare you have a man want his wife to take over in the event of his untimely death? How dare he wants his wife to take over? That's a man's job, not a woman's place. Now, you mean? Who the hell is the dude? What's his name? Oh, he's such a clown. You fake Fredo. Fredo? Is it Fredo? Oh, Juju's gonna be like, oh, come on, lady, look. Fredo. You fake Fredo. Oh, he's such a dumbass. Yeah, Francis, she gave me 2 thumbs up. Bloody idiots. You bloody idiots. I got a mean Irish I can get in too. Oh my God. Vinny. His name is Vinny. Oh, good grief. oh, dude, I'm gonna crack in on you. It's not our fault that you came to work and you decided I'm just not even gonna open my eyes all the way today. I'm just gonna do this half squinted with this hairline. Is this supposed to be a Batman? What is this? What are we going for here? Oh, he looks like Count Chocula. Oh, goodness. Oh, I need him as Count Chocula. Oh, can somebody get me a Count Chocula? Get me this clown right here as Count Chocula in a photo. Oh, we going in on you. Dude, you want to sit here and say it's a man's job? Yeah, okay. A real woman is going to show you how it's done, you punk ass. Go ahead. Oh, I need a Count Chocula photo of this clown right here. Eating coleslaw.
I'm not bashing anything about women, but this is a political
bashing all women,
organization, all right, with the biggest movement for Republicans, and he helped the president become the president. And I'm sorry, if you can't take the heat, that's what CEOs do. I'm sorry. You went there to confront your critics.
He keeps saying, I'm sorry. You're not sorry. Shut up. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Vidi? Give me the coleslaw. Coleslaw. What you mean? Y'all have coleslaw? He's like a freaking beans weenie type of guy. You can tell he eats a hot dog at least 3 days a week. Oh, you weenie and beanie.
Your critics aren't there, Erica. They're not there. Fox is there. CNN is there. Those are
Beanie
cool people there. They're
yeah,
not bashing you. You think Candace and all these people are going to show up there? And I'm sorry. And again, I pray for her. You know I do. I genuinely loved Charlie. And I pray for her family. You don't have it. This isn't it. This isn't your bag.
You out of your fucking mind. It's funny how she still has it. And there's nothing you can do about it. You know, this is not going to fare well in court when the judge asks. Home with her kids. What say you? What are you talking about? You're saying that as if it's a affirmed allegation that she has not been home physically in her house with her kids. Where are you getting that from? Is Candace telling you her every move? It must be the Egyptian planes. Count Chocula obviously believes the dumb crap about the Egyptian planes plus or minus 3 days. Because somehow they want to know where this woman is 24/7. But he can't figure out if he's going for Italian mobster Count Chocula or the guy that operates the hot dog stand near the New York Yankee Stadium. Like he doesn't know what he want to be right now. Maybe a little bit of all of it. Maybe he's faking gay. Who knows? I mean,
Step back. Let somebody else take it. Let somebody else take it. And,
No,
I say this with
you
pain
clown.
in my heart. The people behind
No, he doesn't.
assassinating Charlie, this is what they wanted, Pat. The movement's weakened. Nobody's watching. You know what I mean? You're replacing it because
Nobody's
you want to be
watching.
in front of the camera. You want to take it and then complain about it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is what comes when you want to be the CEO of Turning Point USA, because everybody's coming after you. And when you're in front of the camera, they're all going to talk. We all know that. I guarantee.
Why is he mad? She responded. Is she not entitled to her response? Oh, Beanie and Weenie. Frankie Beans. Listen. He's just a stuffed hot dog, isn't he? This drama queen is sitting here whining and crying about something he can't control. Charlie Kirk's wife being the CEO of TPUSA. He can't control that. All you can do is yell in the microphone, wave your hands and your head around with this weird ass haircut, and you can't make up your mind why you want this to look like a sharp M or upside down W. I mean, we can't, we just cut the side down a little bit more. What are we doing? Why is that so pointy? And it's the only thing is, why is this receded so far back? And this thing is pointing out like a triangle. It's like it's giving us directions on how to find your eyeball. This dumb clown.
The comments are half of them are talking crap and half of them are saying Vinny is right. And that's what comes with the territory, because I'm sitting in front of a camera in front of a mic, Pat. She needs to, just be the chair. Sit back. When you go on stage, Pat, fireworks, Erica Kirk, CEO, chair. This isn't the WWE. You have children. Go take care of them. Go be with them.
Wasn't there fireworks when Charlie Kirk came out? Oh yeah, we're gonna pull that up. Because apparently this dumbass forgot that there were events with TPUSA where Charlie Kirk came out to fireworks. Oh God. They want to sit here and, get mad at her coming out. And he had TPUSA events with fireworks. Because you just can't make this stuff up. I'm gonna get to I'm gonna try to pull one up. Or if y'all have one where you can get to it real quick, please send it to me. There are videos of him coming out. Charlie Kirk's interest is coming out with fireworks. I think we showed one of them before. You can't make this stuff up. Oh, hold on. Firework entrance. Let me put that in. Unbelievable. Y'all, please send me a clip. He's had what? How many events where he came out to fireworks? You can't make this stuff up. And he wants to make an issue on that. Never mind all the times that Charlie Kirk came out to fireworks. Are you kidding me? All the hypocrisy. Oh, Fredo. Frank and Beanie Weenies. I'm still looking for it. Hold on. I'm going to look for it. Good grief. He's a clown.
Let somebody take the reign.
Adam.
That's how I feel.
I'll just read the Bible quote. You shall not afflict any widow or orphan child. If you afflict them in any way, and they cry to me, I will surely hear their cry, and my anger shall burn hot, and I will kill you with the sword, and your wives shall be widows, and your children orphans. That's from Exodus in the Bible. Whether you believe in God or not, the Bible is very explicit on how to treat a widow. I'm talking about a widow right now. I'll talk about the CEO in a second. I think what people have done to Erica Kirk is just shameful and disgusting, how they're treating this person as a widow. I'll get to the CEO portion in a second. People have to take a long look in the mirror. I'm talking to the people that were dancing on Charlie's grave. I'm talking about the people that are accusing Erica Kirk of killing her husband, as if this benefits her at all, as if she wants to be a widow. I don't want to go too far down that path. To me, it's just disgusting. Conversely, if she's in the limelight and she's in the CEO and you're claiming that a woman can't be a CEO or whatever.
I didn't say that. Don't put
a lot of
my
people
mouth.
are.
Not for Turning Point USA.
Okay, well
Not
then
for-
you are.
Sorry.
Then you are.
I'm not. You,
So-
you just blanketed me.
No, you said that is a man's job. That's what you said, you dumbass. She needs to step back. I'm sorry, but it's a man's job. We can go back to it because you said it. Nobody's watching. He's making it seem like she's never been at home. You got all these people that are sitting here stalking her and saying as if she's never been home, like they know that for sure. He said it right here. That's a man's job to be the CEO
of Turning Point
USA. That's what he said. You're crying and all this, go home.
Shooting, and you're crying saying, I want to go home. You should be home. You haven't been home. You have 2 children at home.
You say you haven't been home. How will he know that? He has a camera installed over her house, over her front door. How the hell will he know that? This idiot is saying with a affirmative allegation here. Like it's verifiable that she has not been home. What are we talking about? Like 12 hours ain't been home? Or you talking about 3 or 4 days or 2 weeks? Unless you actually know her movements and you have video evidence. You can't say that. Because you're not stalking her, are you? Candace is. Candace is definitely stalking her. To say I have sources and direct contacts that obviously live in her building. Oh, well, obviously that's stalking and it's a felony in the state of Arizona. And she should get a protection order against you. He's saying this like he knows for sure with evidence that she hasn't been home. You haven't been home in 3 weeks and 4 days and 16 hours. How dare you? What you mean?
To go on a tour and everything. I'm sorry, Pat. That's a man's job to be the CEO of Turning Point USA.
That's a man's job to be the CEO of Turning Point USA. So what the hell Fredo talking about when he said, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say it. What do you mean? That's exactly what you said, you idiot.
Your children orphans. That's from Exodus in the Bible. Whether you believe in God or not, the Bible is very explicit on how to treat a widow. I'm talking about a widow right now. I'll talk about the CEO in a second. I think what people have done to Erica Kirk is just shameful and disgusting, how they're treating this person as a widow. I'll get to the CEO portion in a second. People have to take a long look in the mirror. I'm talking to the people that were dancing on Charlie's grave. I'm talking about the people that are accusing Erica Kirk of killing her husband as if this benefits her at all, as if she wants to be a widow. I don't want to go too far down that path. To me, it's just disgusting. Conversely, if she's in the limelight and she's in the CEO and you're claiming that a woman can't be a CEO or whatever.
I didn't say that. Don't put
a lot of people are.
Not for Turning Point USA.
Okay, well then you are. Sorry. Then you are.
I'm not. You just blanketed me saying women.
No, he just said it. He just said it. We pulled it up. We got the captions on for a reason. He said it's a man's job to be the CEO of Turning Point USA. Oh my God. Oh, he's so stupid.
Can't be CEO. When I said she can't be the CEO of a political organization, out of
Why
that,
not?
the CEO was
Why
murdered.
not?
Because that's what comes with it.
Okay.
This is the territory that you're in. You might get shot.
Okay.
You think she can handle that with her 2 kids?
Who are you talking about? She's not the only woman that's a CEO of any political company or organization. This dude, he had too many hot dogs this week. Oh, man. He's not going to get any good sleep at all. And then he's acting like a little girl. He's in here just being a whole mean girl, like he's stuck at 15 years old in high school, acting like a mean girl. How dare she think she's pretty? Now. She can't handle being shot at. What are you talking about? No, Becky. What's going on?
Well,
are you delusional? She can't handle it.
I'm the one defending the widow right now, and
that's
you're criticizing her. And
Adam, you took a biblical thing and tried to put it in a
You
place.
who read the Bible every day should read that quote.
But
again.
you're taking that.
You who read the Bible every day should read that quote.
I want to hear your final.
You know, demons, to get mad when you point out their hypocrisy. They weaponize certain scriptures and then forget the other scriptures in the Bible that exist. He doesn't care about the widow thing. He already said, I'm sorry. I don't care about the widow or she's a widow, grieving widow excuse. He already said that. He had already said that. And now all of a sudden he forgets that he said all of this just 2 minutes ago.
But my point is this. If you're criticizing a widow, look in the mirror. I'm not saying to you, Vinny. I'm saying to the rest of the world.
am.
If you want to,
Why not to him? You don't have to agree with him. Tell him to kick rocks. Vinny, kick rocks and go eat a hot dog and some coleslaw. Oh, we got Count Chocula. Vinny, I got something for you. You clown. We got something for you, Vinny. Oh, man. He's a sad little stupid vampire, isn't he? Oh, Vinny. Come to the front. You dumb clown. You can't make this up. Can we say shout out to his spouse? And no reply. Oh, hold on. Oh my God. Was this no reply? No reply. Are you here, honey? No, I think no reply sent me this one. Or was it S Files? One of you all sent me this. Oh man. Thank you, S Files. I got the video link. Yep. Thank you so much, girl. Y'all, this is what you need to be doing right now. Vinny, you can have several seats. You said it is a man's job to be the CEO of TPUSA. It's a man's job, because women can't do that. Icky, no, ew. Your ass need to be sitting here eating some coleslaw, crying to your mama. Mom has too much pickle relish in it. Oh, he's such a clown. He's sitting up there yelling and screaming and waving his arms like one of those little air bubble things at the car dealership, looking like a snake oil salesman himself. Count Chocula haircut. Oh, eat that coleslaw, you clown. I've been whining and crying like a little girl. What was wrong with you? Charlie Kirk wanted his wife to be CEO of TPUSA, and you can't do a damn thing about it. Nothing. There is nothing you can do about that, Vinny. Oh, Vinny, Frank and Beans, Beanie and Weenie, come here, Beanie and Weenie. You cannot do anything about that. All you can do is what you're doing. Yelling into a microphone, waving your arms, getting all mad, and then somehow your co-hosts are some punks that can't just say, no, you are wrong. That's it. Come on now. No reason to coward. I don't know these people. I don't have to. But right is right and wrong is wrong. If Charlie Kirk wanted his wife to be CEO of TPUSA and she wanted to become CEO, then obviously she knows the dangers that go with it. You act as if this is the only political 501c4 on earth. What you mean? You have great women out here leading fantastic organizations, some based on the political spectrum. But somehow TPUSA can't be spearheaded by a woman, and she needs to step aside for you still to not be it. Vinny, Frank and Beans, Beanie and Weenie, you would still, on any day of the week, be nothing more than this Count Chocula eating coleslaw. Until you do right by us with this haircut. Pick a style. What are you going for here? Because you're either going for Count Chocula or you're the bus boy in Goodfellas. Which one is it? He's mad. Just say he's mad. You can't make this stop. Oh, see, that's a good question. LLC Barry Weiss founded the Free Press, sold in for hundreds of millions, then got to be chief editor of CBS. Should she stay home? You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh no, the audacity. How dare a woman leave TPUSA at the behest of her husband? Are you kidding? It's like you're undoing his wishes of him wanting her to be CEO. That's nothing that Weenie and Beanie can do anything about. He can't do anything about that. He can try. No one cares. Guess what's going to happen? He'll have to go home, eat a hot dog, and get the hell over it. She's the CEO of TPUSA. Yelling in a microphone will not change that. And no, she doesn't have to step down. She doesn't owe you a darn thing, boy. Oh, Count Chocula. Oh, y'all. Shout out to Weenie and Beanie. PBD podcast. Y'all know this is going to be a thumbnail one day. This dumb clown sitting here yelling and screaming and waving his arms all over the place. You can't make this up. Chabu. Oh, we got the video here. I'm sorry. What are we all seeing here? What he's coming out to? We got smoke. We got lights. We got some pyrotechnics. Y'all seeing this? Because I am. He said, hey, oh, you're coming out in fireworks and blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, wow. Funny how Charlie Kirk came out in fireworks. Let's see this. The lights, it dropped the beat. Hey. Hey, what you talking about? What are we looking at here? They make it seem like Erica Kirk coming out in fireworks is something tacky. What you mean? Charlie loved the pyrotechnics. He is all in it. He came out clapping his hands and stuff on the stage. I almost started doing the slide. What you talking about? Weenie and Beanie forget these videos exist. Exhibit A, Your Honor. Obviously, Frankenbeans has been stalking my client, Erica Kirk, making this affirmative allegation that she has not been home with her kids. Where the hell he get that from, I don't know. But unless he got video evidence to prove that, he's stalking my client, and we're all sick of it. All because Candace has nothing else to do but to obsess over this woman. To make that type of statement, it's not your opinion. You're saying it as if it's a verifiable fact. And, the reasonable listener and reader and viewer will walk away thinking that this man is now stalking this woman and accusing her of not being at home with her kids. What we talking about here? He's such a clown. Y'all, we looking at pyrotechnics and everything. I'm gonna cut the sound because I don't want that to be copyrighted. Look at what we got. Look at all that going on in the background. And they talking about, oh, he never came after that. The devil is a liar. What we seeing? See, this is why the candy asses can kiss my ass. Because, they sit here and they'll tap into some alternate reality as if this never happened. And then when you show them this, then they leave the chat, go and cry and pout, change their username, and then come back and act like nothing happened at all. Because it's the stupidity of it all. We're looking at him come out to some pyrotechnics. What are we talking about? So all these clowns that keep saying that, they're lying through their teeth. And Benny, you're wrong. Unless you are stalking Erica Kirk, you can't say she has not been home with her kids. Period. You can't say that. You sound like a scorned lover.
I'm going to criticize her as a CEO and saying that this isn't her rightful job. Cool, that's cool. But isolate.
No, that's not cool.
Now for the third point. The whole point that she's crocodile tears, performative. She doesn't really care that her husband was murdered in cold blood. Where are we as a society that we feel like we can just jump down people's throats and criticize every word? And I get it. I got into I don't want to say a debate, a full-fledged conversation with my girlfriend. She goes, something's not right about her. I don't know. The crying, the rings, the outfits. I go, so what are you saying? She's like, well, I don't know. I get a bit weird feeling about her. I go, well, do you think she killed her husband? She goes, no, that's insane. I go, thank you. Because people are conflating her crying and fireworks and her being CO with killing Charlie. I asked one question. What would Charlie think right now? That's my guiding light. What would Charlie think?
He'd be pissed off because then either he was smart or they're saying he was incompetent and he couldn't pick a successor. Which one is it? Either Charlie Kirk was smart, business savvy, he trusted his wife, and he picked the right people in his life. Not all perfect, but he generally picked good people in his inner circle. Or he's incompetent. He didn't know how to pick a good wife. And he had horrible business skills. Which one is it? It can't be both. If he wanted her to take over TPUSA in the event of his death, that is what he wanted. Why are you challenging that if you loved him and you respected him and you cared about him and his family? What the hell are we doing? What's his living will? Because I think that would just solve all of this.
He would say, oh my God, I'm hopefully in heaven while my wife is there suffering and being criticized left and right. While her husband has been shot and assassinated. My 2 kids are orphans and people want to criticize her constantly. I think that Charlie had a plan in place. I think that Turning Point USA had a plan in place. I think that they put her in CEO as a reason. Do I think she's the best possible CEO? I don't. But for now, she's the CEO. And she, in my opinion, is waking up every day, as tough as it is, saying, how can I fulfill what Charlie's legacy is and what he was trying to do? And it's not easy.
I'm going to come back to you, Vinny. Tom, go ahead.
So a couple things.
Okay, I'm done. That's enough. I don't know who this guy is. It could be saying something good, not. I don't know. But let's get to this.
Last but not least.
Oh, George. Y'all remember that accident that Laura Loomer put out? Oh, she's got more documents on George Farmer, by the way. We got to have another watch party for Laura Loomer, okay? We will. We'll have another watch party. Oh, man. She is dropping nuggets left and right. Left and right. Oh, they so mad. You can't make this up. So let's see here. Oh. Okay. I was trying to see what did she go live again or what? Did I miss it? You guys tagged me in a few things over here. Did Laura Loomer go live again? Y'all. Oh. I told Baron Coleman he's an idiot. I called him an idiot. I'm sorry. I was over here on my ex account. I was trying to see if she went live because I wanted to pencil that in. But yeah, we'll if she went live, we'll do a watch party on it. Y'all let me know. She did do a thank you, Francisca, keeping me on target. She did do another expose of George Farmer, which many people should be looking into. Because George, we don't play that stuff over here. You were in the Bulling Down Club. We're not in the mood. You coming over here, you getting drunk, having accidents with you in a ditch. And then you want to act like that didn't happen, like court documents aren't real. Chabu. So he's going to get into, it's only 6 minutes long, and then we'll get to Eydie. He's going to get into this. We got to check this out. I am here for it. And I think more people need to report on George. Clown ass.
At least Candace Owens loves a good conspiracy hour.
Oh, yeah.
She loves to simply ask questions. Well, I have a question about her husband, George. Now, Laura Loomer has been doing a very good job of going as Farmer, showing all the DUI arrests. I confirmed yesterday that I know for a fact that George Farmer drove a Ram TRX just like that around the 2023 time frame. Laura has to how all this stuff. I don't know how he got his citizenship, all these things. So I started looking into George Farmer, and there's this thing in Oxford University in the UK called the Bullingdon Club. Now, many of you may be wondering, what is the Bullingdon Club? What does this have to do with anything? So I found a little YouTube video. We're going to play the first 2 minutes or so about this, because who was the president of the Bullingdon Club during their time in Oxford? None other than George Farmer. Let's play a little bit of this, and then you can do your research into this yourself. The Bullingdon Club. Let's play it. Let's go.
About a student dining society at the University of Oxford. It is a window into how privilege, power, and influence quietly weave themselves into the fabric of a nation. Known for its exclusivity, wealth, and notorious reputation, the club has long been surrounded by fascination, controversy, and myth. To understand its powerful network, one must look beyond its extravagant dinners and into the culture that sustains it. Founded in the 18th century, the Bullingdon Club began as a hunting and cricket society, originally bringing together young aristocrats who shared a passion for sport and social life.
Wait for it.
Over time, however, it evolved into something very different. By the 19th and 20th centuries, it had transformed into an exclusive dining club reserved for a select few, primarily wealthy, well-connected male students from privileged backgrounds. Membership was never open or democratic. It was based on status, lineage, and often personal connections.
Interesting.
In many ways, it became a symbol of Britain's upper class reproducing itself within the walls of one of the world's most prestigious universities.
Wait for it.
The club's reputation for excess is legendary. Members were known to host lavish dinners in expensive restaurants, wearing formal tailcoats and drinking heavily into the night. Stories, some verified, others exaggerated, tell of smashed glassware, damaged dining rooms, and bills that ran into thousands of pounds.
Here we go.
Yet what makes these tales particularly striking is not just the behavior itself, but the fact that members could afford to pay for the damage without consequence. This ability to act without fear of lasting repercussions reflects a deeper reality.
Here we go.
The insulation that wealth and privilege can provide. But the Bullingdon Club's true significance lies not in its parties, but in its network. Over the years, it has counted among its members individuals who would go on to occupy some of the most powerful positions in British society. Politicians, financiers, and influential figures have emerged from its ranks, carrying with them not only their education, but also the relationships formed within the club. These connections often extend far beyond university life, creating informal networks of trust and familiarity that can influence careers and decisions long after graduation.
Pause.
What makes such networks?
You guys can look into this all you want, but here's the basic thing. This is a secret societal club that only the most rich and elite can get into. That from their ranks, the Rothschilds have come out of, members of parliament, prime ministers, all of these things. So ask yourself this question. If Erica Kirk had gone to college and had found her way into one of the most prestigious...
Love you too, Miss Mandy, honey. Y'all say goodnight to Miss Mandy. Don't be a stranger, girl. We appreciate you tuning in. Get you some rest, get your strength. And hopefully you'll be back in tuning in with us tomorrow for our watch party. I told y'all Georgia's something else. Didn't I tell y'all? Georgia's something else. People sleeping on George Farmer. I told you something sinister about that boy. George, please get out of our country.
Most secretive societies within that college, of which the richest, most politically influential, and even all the way up to Prime Minister of Parliament for our side of it, every media mogul, every congressman or senator, all the presidents, all of this, Candace Owens would go, that's something worth looking into. But yet her husband, George Farmer, belongs to the UK version of it, and no one asked any questions at all. And last but not least, I leave you with this. You want to know a rumor of what the Bullingdon Club actually does? One of their newest ventures is they very much like to control the information space, i.e. movies, television, radio. I wonder in 2026 what the version of that would be. Could it potentially be podcasters?
Yep.
Now, again, as Candace Owens would say, I'm just asking questions, but maybe you should do a little research into the Bullington Club.
Yeah.
And yes, George Farmer is a confirmed prior member.
Yeah.
I'm just asking questions, and I think you guys should too.
Yeah. Y'all, that is something else. We have checked out Nimo, Nimo. It's another content creator that has done thorough research and at least 3 videos about the Bullington Club. Make sure you guys go check it out. Either my reaction to them or Nemo's channel of the Bullington Club. When I say it's an eye opener, someone died in this club, and I'll just leave it there. Died. A man lost his life. A young man lost his life. You think George gonna talk about that? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I don't know. Did she? That's a good question, Liz. Y'all have any clips of Candace calling Michelle Obama a man or a transgender? What made her do this to Brigitte Macron? That's what's so crazy. If y'all know anything, email some clips over to me, and I'll get them to you. Liz, email me, honey. It's Lady Luck Club LLC at Yahoo. I sure will. That's a good question. Oh man, because most of the people that are sitting here kissing Candace's butt, they never cared about TPUSA or Charlie Kirk or anything. I'm more like concerned about them kids. Those babies don't deserve any of that. They don't deserve all this crap Candace throwing out here on them and their mama. So, y'all, we have reached the conclusion of this. And I have another live that I have to get to. I'm going to be a few minutes late, but we're going to get to it. This is Eydie Marie. Y'all, we're going to be doing a collab with her on Saturday, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. And I told her, girl, bring it as CLBB7K. Oh, because it's so funny. I just need this good laugh, y'all. It's been a long day with work. And I'm sure you all can use a good laugh as well. Shout out to all of you all. Shout out to all the mods. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We're going to get in Eydie Marie. This video is definitely deserving of being watched again. As a matter of fact, it's something you can watch multiple times and just still have a good laugh at the end of the day. I am here for it. Here for it. Oh, man. All right, y'all. Let's get to this. Thank y'all so much. And hit the phone when you can hear.
All right, baby. Now, Brittany, you just put that package right there. That is my CIA, Candace Intelligence Agency t-shirt. I'll be wearing that tomorrow when I go live. And did you get my Marlboros, baby? And my Diet Coke. Pour me one. This message goes out to Garrett Paramagnetic. You can refer to me as Candyland Biker Babe 7000. You need to know my real name, Gary. Your lips have been flapping around, getting a good workout in this wind. Trying to disparage the truth seeker, truth speaker that is Candace Owens. Well, we have had just about enough. We are the coalition of candies, and we are issuing a cease and desist. Okay, now what do you have to say for yourself? Nothing but evidence. You wouldn't know anything about evidence because all you got is conjecture. She's done more work than you will ever know how to do. She's got more talent in this little pinky of hers, those delicate little chocolate hands, than you have in your entire body. How does that feel? How does that feel? Feel it. She has done nothing but assist in the investigation of a slain man.
She didn't show the Egyptian plane right at. I've been waiting for that. I told you. I've been
Harold, why are you bringing up the Egyptian planes again? Is that funny? Would it be funny if I switched out your heart pills as well? I asked you not to mention the Egyptian planes. Didn't I ask you that last night? Didn't I? I said, don't mention the Egyptian planes. I asked you not to talk about the tunnels or the beehives. And I asked you to throw that maroon shirt away. And but here you are, standing in my stead, wearing that maroon shirt. You might as well go over there with Gary and Paramount Tactic. I see where this relationship is going. Divorce.
Well,
I told you.
I knew that this is
not to bring up
the fact that I fall up there.
the planes. That was my number one request. And now you mentioned the planes, but you've also mentioned the tunnels. Okay. And I just think that's wrong. Did you get my chew? Get the kind that I like. Get me my Pepsi Blue. You don't need to worry about it. I'm going back on my New Year's resolution. You don't need to worry about that, honey. You worry about you. I worry about me. Give me my Pepsi Blue and my chew. Thank you. Thank you, Harold. Thank you. I don't need a lecture, honey. This message goes out to Jay Fathom. You can refer to me as Candyland Backer Babe 7000. You need to know my real identity. You've heard from me before, Jay. Guess what you're hearing from me again? I speak on behalf of the coalition of the Candies. Third eye blind, allergic to line. And we are issuing please excuse me, I have a little bubble in my throat. So that is Erica. I think you done got her at a Pigeon hold. Harold, can you please get me something to drink? Or are you just going to sit back and watch me struggle?
Divorce again if I
You're going to sit back and watch me struggle. You think you're real cute, huh? With your latest little news segment, trying to further disparage the truth-seeking speaking angel that is Candace Owens. Well, joke is all the way on you. All you've done is further highlight the intelligence of the truth-seeking speaking angel herself, Candace Owens. Unlike you, Candace speaks truth. I don't think you're capable of speaking truth. I don't think you're capable. You and your teeny tiny friends just talk. Have you nothing better to do? Do you have nothing better to do you? Such told Jay Witt, huh? You want to take your vitamin vitamin challenge? Well, why don't you take your vitamin vitamin challenge all the way down the road? Tell your story walking all the way down the road with your vitamin vitamin. And leave Candace alone. Harold.
Tell you before you went on.
Harold? Baby, can you come here, please? Okay, I'm making this order for store pickup. Now, make sure you check the bag. I'm ordering my striped polo. And then I need that construction paper and the blue paint to make another order for the ears I need to do.
What is all of this for, honey? I don't understand.
Harold,
why am I doing this? Yes.
Remember how I said I was trying to
Yes, I know, baby. I know.
not be so angry all the time?
Hard, baby.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to open your ears, baby. All right. When I tell you that the coalition of the Candies is putting on a production, all right? And
right,
that's what I told you. So now I need you to go fetch my
I love you so much. You're so
in-store pickup, okay? And then go to the Amazon locker, pick up those paws for me, okay? All right, honey.
I did you good.
This message goes out to all the usual suspects. Say 'em with me. Jason Whitaker, Artie Trolls, Gary from Paramount Tactic. I'm trying real hard to be nice today. I'm trying real hard to be nice. Jay Fathom, Nathan Livingstyle, Sid Meshogan, and Bronson. I don't think I forgot anybody. You can refer to me as Candyland Backer Babe 7000. You know my real identity. I speak on behalf of the coalition of the Candies. I am issuing a cease and desist to all of you and those who watch all of you, saying that Candace is a lying fool. Just get on back. You just get on back. Pushing you back. Feel it. I want you to feel it. As we all come to know, thanks to Candace, the truth-seeking, speaking angel.
Oh, good God.
Found out that Charlie moved that picture of them. Took off his wedding ring that night before. And we know that Gigi woke up that little and heard her parents fighting something fierce. Woke up the whole house. Sleep trained toddlers sleep all the way through the night. They hardly ever wake up. They have to be bestirred to wake up. I know. They don't wake up for nothing. Nothing do they wake up for. I know. My babies, Jethro and Boone, they have to be Armageddon outside for them boys to be bestirred. Yes, Armageddon. On the front lines of Armageddon when they wake up. Nothing less.
No, baby.
That's what woke.
Jethro and Boone used to sleep through the night because we dipped them bangies in the moonshine across the way.
Next day delivery. Need my sage and crystal. What's that tell you? I don't want to take a survey. This message goes out to Sin Meshogan and Bronson. You refer to me as Candyland Biker Babe 7000. You need to know my real identity. I speak for the coalition of the Candies. Third eye blind. You feel good about yourself. Smacking them jaws. Like jaws up in here. The bloodshed. You saw right through Eric.
Yep, they're gonna go.
I'm back. Cinema and Bronson. Let's just include everyone. Jay Fathom, Arnie Trolls, Jason with the Curve, Ben Schulte, of course, Gary from Pyramid Tactics. You just get back. Just get back. These are my vibrations telling you to move it. Back it on up. Tell your story walking down the road. Tell your story walking all the way down the road. Candace never once said Erica was guilty. She is simply asking
she should be dragged into the
it's like you're
station.
against me. You are
I'm
doing your
just
best to
saying,
destroy
at
me.
some point you have to see. She literally said she should be dragged.
Harold.
Okay. Oh.
It's snowing again. Now you tell me why. How
up
could it
there.
be snowing again? It is February 5th. Now I am from the mountains of West Virginia. And I have seen a snowfall or two. All right. But I ain't never seen no snow like this. Is that the Star, David? Oh, no, wait. That's the sheriff. Go on now. Okay. I ain't never seen it fall like this. Something is going on. I'm with Candace. It is 28 degrees. The sun was out earlier. Now this snow should not be sticking. Oh, is that the Star Date? That's the Amazon cart. Okay.
Oh
okay,
God.
Billy. Hey. I know I saw Star David hanging up down there. Something's going on.
Oh, this is awesome.
Something's going on. A plane.
Oh my God.
We live across the street from the airport.
Harold, I know where we live. This message goes out to Ben Shapiro. You can refer to me as Candyland Biker Bay 7000. You need to know my real identity. You need to know, Ben Shapiro. I speak on behalf of the coalition of the Candies, and we are issuing a cease and desist.
Oh, Jesus.
You little strange fella on your teeny tiny horse. This has got to stop. Now you're on this kick where you like to point out that Candace cannot speak. Well, I will have you know, Ben Shapiro,
Okay,
that Candace is an empowered,
I see you.
college-educated female with a degree in communications. What do you have to say? Nothing. You ain't got nothing to say for yourself about this.
Dropped out of college.
Harold,
And then
I
later
asked you
on
to get
she
my
tried to
pens
say
and them
she
divorce
did good
papers. Did I
college.
not? Did
She
I
can
not?
hardly say any words. She
How
got
many
a
words
degree
do
in
you mispronounce?
communication. Well, even I know how to pronounce the call, and
Harold.
that's saying something,
Harold.
honey. I got
Harold.
this. Baby, you've been doing good with your anger
Yes, Harold, I have
management.
been doing better.
I'm so proud of you.
So much for mentioning that. Thank you so much. Now I can die
It
happy
was
woman
literally a
because you have
compliment,
mentioned that I have
baby.
a better
You
degree.
can just take it as a compliment. It was literally a compliment.
Harold, thank you so much for mentioning that. I've been doing better with my anger management. I can die happy now because Harold says I'm doing better with my anger management. Baby, can you go ahead and get that one out of it? You hear it going, that little jingle that it does, and then we'll finish our conversation. Okay, thank you. Take your time, Harold. Please take your time. Perhaps I wouldn't be so angry. And yes, that is the correct way to say it, angry. Maybe I wouldn't be so angry had you not tried to manipulate me into not watching the truth. Speaking angel, that is Candace Owens. You tried to direct me to Chicks on the Right, and now look what has happened.
Okay, remember he said that you
Chicks on the Right.
3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. What the heck is bothering me?
Well, I think you
Did you
know
do
what
that?
really tipped me off this evening. Because you were watching who? Who were you watching? The fella that I'm making this video message for. Ben Shapiro. And not Ben Shapiro that you were watching. And I asked you not to watch Ben Shapiro. I asked you to unsubscribe from Gary at Pyramid Tactics.
I'm not unsubscribing.
Who else did you decide to follow?
No.
So many
Baby.
fellas that I have said do
Baby.
not follow because they are from the pit.
They're not.
But pour me some of my Jack and Diet. Please make sure it's got it. Last time you tried to give me cherry, you just want a divorce. Okay, you come on in, baby. Come on.
You just want a divorce.
This message goes out to Grammy Allen. You can refer to me, Grammy, as Candyland Biker Babe 7000. You need to know my real identity. No. I speak on behalf of the coalition of the Candies, Third Eye Blind, Allergic to Lying. We are issuing a cease and desist. You've had a fantastic couple of weeks just spreading them lies like a dragon. Spreading them lies about the truth-seeking, speaking angel that is Candace Owens. And we would like for you to stop right now. I will have you know, Granny Cakes, that Candace has actually never told a lie. She's incapable of lying. She is actually allergic to lying. If you could just give us an example, the lies you assert Candace has perpetuated. We'll be waiting a long time because guess what you want? All right.
What about
She's
Miss
incapable
Snow?
of-
She said that was.
Hey, Harold, I asked you to get out of my direct vicinity. Just as you are incapable of not watching the small, strange little men that are
No.
putting me into an early grave. Graham Allen, Jason Whittaker, Artie Trolls, Jay Fathom, Cindy Shogun, Bronson, and of course Gary from Caravan Tactic.
Baby, she said it would result in a full confession from the U.S. government
Harold,
about the military.
Harold, I asked you not to mention.
I know you did, honey. You did ask me that. You did.
Okay.
Is it?
But now you
have
mentioned
to at some point say, honey. Did you miss your
Divorce.
class today?
Well, yes, Harold, I did miss today's anger management session. Do you know why?
What?
It should be quite easy for you to determine why I missed today's anger management.
Okay.
Would you like to tell the group why we missed today's anger management? And by we, I mean me, myself, and I.
It's just
Me,
you and
myself,
I
and
here,
I.
honey. It's just you and I here. And
Now you've got nothing to say, even though you've been flapping them lips all the lip long day whilst watching who? Who were you
cannot be
watching? Who
solely
upset
because I was
me?
watching Graham Allen, honey.
Is that not what
There's
upset me
something
to the
we
point that I could not in good conscience stand in front of my sponsor at
Oh,
anger management and recite 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, what the heck is bothering me when I knew exactly what was bothering me, and that was you. I asked you, Harold, and I'm gonna try to just keep it right here. That's what I was there, and now I'm here. Okay, I want to be here. Where's my hand? Oh, it's gone because I'm happy. I want to be my happy, peppy self again,
Well,
but
we
I
all
cannot
want
be
that.
my
Let me
happy,
tell
peppy
you,
self.
if I could just tell you, Jethro and Boone and all of us, honey.
You are heck bent on destroying me. I feel my blood pressure's there. All right, and it's like I got. You know what, Harold? You know what it is? I got one foot in the grave. All right, because of you. An angel that is Candace Owens, and you insist on following all of these small, strange little fellas. I will not stand for it. All right. Okay, now can you just go get me my Krispy Kremes? All right, and get me my Pepsi.
We're all tired.
This message goes out to Jason Whittaker. What a fitting name. The Whittaker. You can refer to me as Candyland Biker Babe 7000. You need to know my real identity. Just know that I speak on behalf of the coalition of the Candies. Third Eye Blind, Allergic to Lying. And we are issuing another season.
Oh my God.
You and your teeny tiny friends have failed to adhere to our previous season. Rebellion. Tell me right now how it is snowing. It is snowing. Look at that. Look at this. Can you believe it? What is happening? Oh, hey, Ishmael. 33 degrees.
I can't believe it. It was 90 degrees earlier.
I know. Is that the star, David? It's hitting me.
Quit hanging out the window.
I'll hang out the window anytime I want. This is my window, too. Earlier today, thermostat said it was going to be 90 degrees outside. Well, now it's 33. Oh, I sure shoot do believe it is suspicious.
Oh, man.
Everybody making fun of Candace Owens, the truth-seeking, speaking angel. What do you have to say for yourself about the snow that is falling in the springtime? That ain't never happened before in the history of everything. And I find it funny after Candace exposed the Messianic Bible I was given to her.
Bibble.
Right? I find it just a little bit funny that now it is 33 degrees and snowing. The Freemason Jews. Oh, they exist, honey. Harold, if you could not fill your cup with ice right now, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm so sorry, babe. Bless you, honey. Are you okay?
Harold, why didn't you give me a tissue before I sneezed?
Oh my God, Harold is so sweet.
How is that possible? There's something going on.
I love Harold.
33 degrees.
The thermostat actually says it's 34 degrees, honey. It's right here on Alexa.
Harold.
Yeah. Yeah.
Harold!
No, you gotta get to bed, honey. You got anger management.
Yes, Harold, thank you so much, baby. Thank you so much for reminding me of my anger management appointment.
I love you so much, honey. You know I love you. I'm always here to remind
But
you.
guess what? You don't need to remind me because guess why? I'm a grown woman. But I appreciate you looking out for me, baby. Don't forget to set my alarm clock for me, honey. Thank you. This message goes out to Ben Shapiro. I'm going to keep it here. All right? I was at a 10 early. Now I'm here. All right? Harold.
Yes, baby.
Hey, Harold.
I'm right here, honey. Yes.
Right, honey. I think I asked you not to fill your cup with ice when I'm doing this.
Thirsty.
When I'm going live here.
You're not technically live, honey.
It don't matter if I'm not live. This message just goes out to everyone, basically. Okay, because let me tell you. Well, first of all, my name you can refer to me as Candyland Biker Babe 7000. You need to know my real identity, and I would appreciate it if everybody stopped messaging me asking me for my name. It ain't your business what my name is. How about that? Worry about your name. I'll worry about mine. Okay. Anyway, I speak on behalf of the Coalition of the Candies, Third Eye Blind, Allergic to Lying. This message originally was going out to Ben Shapiro. Let me tell you something about my blood pressure. All the way up because of my feed.
All the way up.
I just don't. I'll tell you what it is. I don't understand. And I get emotional. Yes, I get emotional. Because Candace Owens, okay, truth-seeking, speaking angel, she don't deserve all this. And people are just really lighting into her. Trying to say that she's using teleprompters. This woman has the gift of gab. She don't need a teleprompter. She's like Muhammad Ali.
She's telling on us.
And I don't appreciate people accusing her. It's like, you know what? You know what it is?
Oh,
that's like the worst thing you could accuse her of. My baby. And
Baby, it was evident she was using a teleprompter. She had to correct herself live on air, sugar plum.
Harold.
You know that, yeah. Oh my, honey.
If you could just tell your story walking all the way up the
Using your
stairs.
fingers like that. What we don't want, okay, that's me and your sponsor. Don't want you to get overwhelmed.
Y'all, shout out to Eydie Marie. Oh my God. She will be joining us in the LLC Saturday, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. I told her, bring Candyland Biker Babe 7K with her so we can interview her. And I am here for it. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. That is going to be absolutely hilarious. Oh, man. Harold, we love you, buddy. Wave the white flag if you need help. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. And I appreciate all of you all so much. Thank you to all of you guys. Hit that like button. Hit the hype button when the live stream has concluded. If you can join me in the next live, please do so. If not, I will see you all tomorrow for our watch party. Fax me 2 live streams he has done, and maybe a couple other videos on the side. And until then, you guys be good, take care, and Lady Luck Club out. Peace.